bench.
Type of shit.
That's why I got two different types of caves, dude.
They're the same fucking cave.
They aren't. The USB-C is a 90-degree.
Listen,
that is not, because it's a micro USB.
This is fucking. I can't. Dude, you get so fucking. Dude,
it is
organized.
Like
I wouldn't buy if I broke one. I wouldn't buy you
for a reason, dude. I got it organized for a reason.
That's the most ignorant part about this situation.
I planned this shit out, bro.
Nah, dude, fuck you and your cave.
So I could have got the 90-degree fucking micro USB too.
Dude, these are the weakest caves.
Your caves are weak. Where's your caves, dude?
They're in the bag. I don't feel like digging them out. Your weak ass fucking caves, dude. You're fucking bitching about the weak ass caves. I'm gonna fucking break your weak ass caves. Don't even care more about the caves than you care about me, bro. We're supposed to be podcasters.
Dude,
that's how it is.
Stop trying to break my caves, dude.
Nobody wanted to break your caves, dude.
I mean, I've been caves you now. We got the same channel on now, dude. I see all the strongman shit you be watching, dude. You might Hulk out or something, dude. Break that shit.
It was not even. I just wanted
all
to
the recommended vids, like some Eddie Hall type shit, bro.
Dude, that's all I was looking at.
I mean, we could talk about the video that apparently accidentally popped up.
What? What was that? Explain that. Like, I don't know. Like, you do realize if you scroll past shit and, like, it just sits on the wrong thing too long and starts playing, that's how they get you.
The history said it was half viewed, bro.
I could have been fucking not fucking set my phone down.
I don't know, bro. I don't know.
That might have been you, bro.
It was not me, dude.
I 100%. I swear to you, it's lived. I don't care.
Ukrainian giant shirtless man. Like, I wasn't watching that, dude. I was not watching.
Dude, it'd be cool if, like, it's not a problem if you were, dude. Like, that's what I'm saying. I don't want you to feel.
You're just trying to preface that so it looks better on you.
No, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I didn't watch it. I legitimately did not watch it.
But you did.
No, I legitimately. This is one of those times
it was at least planned. It was at least planned.
This is one of those things that should have been filmed. This could have been the intro, and then boom,
dumbass, this is filmed.
I knew that. I was saying that just for the. Thanks for watching, folks. I'm doing
welcome to the Shootingthepooppodcast. This is shit you're all in for if you keep watching.
Quite literally.
All of it.
But no, honestly, like, I swear to you all, whoever's watching, whoever's here listening with us, I did not watch the video that you're trying. I've seen the video that supposedly I had watched, but did not watch the video. I was watching it, but I didn't watch it. No, that's not what I mean. I seen the video on the SKU that it had the red. It's got the little red bar or whatever, and it was not half the video. It was like maybe not even a quarter of the video. It was like saying you just sit there.
Dude,
YouTube does this thing. I wish they would do it on my videos.
It was a 20-minute video, bro.
No.
So you watched at least 5 minutes.
I didn't watch shit of it. I swear to you in front of God and everybody that I did not watch this video. But it is, I can appreciate the comedic relief of how it makes it look like I did watch the video, but I know for a damn sure fact I did not. I was, however, watching some strongmen competitions because that is intriguing to me that, like, these dudes are seriously pulling fucking huge ass buses up a hill and doing all this other shit. Like, that's crazy to me. And it's like an Olympic sport athlete thing, dude. And, like, it's just random YouTube shit. And fucking that's probably just playing. Like, I didn't fucking. It had nothing to do.
You just walked away from the phone for a few minutes.
That dude got a view, dude. That dude got a view. Or sometimes you wake up, you got to go take a piss. Like, I don't know, dude. What? I have no idea.
You wake up in the middle of watching a video. No. You got to take a piss. Is that what you're saying, dude?
No, dude. Like, you fall asleep, you wake up, or you gotta go take a piss, you put your phone down.
Oh, you are that motherfucker sitting there with YouTube playing on your phone while you're sleeping and shit.
Yeah, dude, I'm always trying to soak in knowledge, bro.
So that's the type of shit as to why YouTube, when you let shit autoplay for too long, it asks you still watching and shuts your shit off.
I don't trust that shit.
That's what it does, bro.
No, it doesn't.
It's doing that shit.
Netflix does that shit.
YouTube does it. Yeah, it does.
No.
Because I got a bunch of shit I'll just let play in the background. I'm doing something or fucking.
Yeah, it should be my videos.
It is sometimes.
No, it's not.
And eventually, sometimes I get annoyed by your voice, and it's just I can't do it.
Why are we even doing this?
Why are we even doing what?
The whole podcast. That's literally my voice.
I know.
Some people,
for some reason, people like it.
Some people even listen to podcasts without watching the. Which means it's all voice all the time. Which means you don't even have
don't even see my pretty ass face.
Yeah.
The fuck you. Yeah. But. Dude, I mean,
this is how we
You could just admit it.
I'm glad that I feel so. You see, I gave him I bestowed upon my son this podcast, and this is how he treats me. It's like when you give them the nice, expensive toy they wanted. Like you get them the Millennium Falcon and shit Lego set, and then they're crawling around.
This is only the 1,000-piece. I wanted the 3,000-piece Millennium Falcon.
That's what it's like right now. But no, it's fine. It's fine. The hand that feeds him is bitten, but it's all
right. You ain't fed me once.
I'll
H. Williams, that's a
one of
different
these
story.
fucking pocket meats out of this motherfucker.
I bought them.
I gave you some deer meat, bitch. I ain't fed you. That was at least once. You still ain't even eat all of it.
No, I didn't. I still got that roast. I got to cook that roast.
You have to. We
anybody got a good
crock pot?
If anybody got a good venison roast recipe,
I think you just cook.
Let me know in the comments. Just H. Williams especially. If you got a recipe, let me get it.
We've been doing it for years.
No, fuck you.
It's fine.
H. Williams has been doing it for longer than you've been alive.
Yeah.
So
he's forgotten more recipes.
Yeah, exactly. But I know he's got a good one though.
Listen, I'll tell you.
But no, I gotta get the crock pot first though.
I thought it was already ordered.
I believe it's ordered, dude. Yeah, but it needs to come in. Because everybody needs.
That should be like a standard issue mil spec item in the loadout standard house because you're a new homeowner.
Yeah.
New homeowner, a new family on the way.
Yeah.
So you have to have a crock pot. I feel like you can't have a home without a home without a crock pot is just a house.
I know, dude.
You know.
I agree 100%.
You know.
I don't know how can you live without a crock pot, bro? Is it really living?
So what model did you end up? Because we had Cheyenne gave us 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
15 minutes. Literally timed it. Literally timed 15 minutes to pick out a crock pot of his choosing, but I helped. I contributed on the search for the perfect crock pot for an affordable price. And what did you end up getting as far as the crock?
I don't even fucking remember.
It was an actual crock pot.
It was a brand name crock pot.
Brand name is Buck. Crock pot. It's like Kleenex.
It was the
everybody calls it
7-quart programmable cook and go shit. That's what I got. So I had to get the closable shit in case you got to bring the crock pot to a party or something. You know,
the crock pot
just might have to carry the crock pot
to a separate territory.
Just another prop, dude, needs a crock. It's just how it goes sometimes.
Yeah. That is sometimes how it goes.
That is. I mean, you ever brought a crock pot to a party, dude?
Plenty of times.
It's just how it goes, man.
Plenty of times.
And everybody needs a crock pot.
Dude, buffalo chicken dip, dude.
Dude.
Fucking spicy buffalo chicken dip, dude.
Dude, my mom always makes these meatballs for every single fucking party.
You could throw some fucking IKEA meatballs in the crock pot, you'd be alright.
You could, dude. You could throw any meatballs in the crock, dude.
Just throw your meaty balls in the crock.
Dude, I mean...
That usually doesn't sound like a good idea.
It'll keep them warm, though.
I don't want my crock consuming my meaty balls. But I don't have you might have a croc, a dilly running around here. So is it leagues to own a crocodiles?
No, you can't have a crocodiles.
What about an alligates?
That's a crocodilian.
What about they're the same shit? Doesn't matter if it's
the same. It's any crocodile, dude.
But alligates are diff, I thought.
But it's crocodilian, dude.
I suppose. I don't fucking. You're the fucking.
So it's like
this is tactical scales.
A class,
right?
Classification, right? Scientific classification of crocodilians, of which crocodiles are crocodilians, but so are alligators and so are caiman.
Yeah,
the crocodiles.
They're still segregated into different classes as far as because one is freshwater, one is saltwater, and one can do both or something like that.
False. So crocs, alligators, and caiman all are primarily freshwater, except for the specific saltwater croc, which spends most of its time in saltwater. Still does go into freshwater.
I wonder where it got its name from.
I don't know. Perhaps. It makes no sense. But also the largest crocodilian living now that we know of. Getting like 24, 25 feet or some shit. Terrifying. Its head as big as this fucking desk.
Yeah, like some Lake Placid shit.
Yeah, like straight up.
Have you ever seen that? It's
yes.
A big ass.
That's a big.
Or like in fucking Red Dead. You ever play Red Dead Redemption?
No, dude.
When you have to hunt
the first one.
The legendary but in the second one you have to hunt the legendary croc and like the legendary bear and all the legendary animals. And this thing is fucking ginormous. But like the thing, just like with the sharks and shit, the great white sharks. Yeah. That shit does. Like, they get like the size of Jaws or bigger. Like they get.
Well,
like, there's definitely. I think the mag is out there, bro.
I think the great white and a megalodon are the same thing.
It's just a baby mag.
It's just exactly.
And once they get big enough, they just go deeper.
Yeah,
it could.
You just can't find them. You know, that's all it is. So going after bigger prey items at that point that are usually deeper in the water.
Could you imagine? That would be and I go in the ocean. I fish in the ocean. Yeah. I've surfed in the ocean. I've swam in the ocean. I've scuba dived in the fucking ocean. Like, you're swimming with them regardless, whether you know it or not.
I know, exactly. So, like, I lived a block off of Virginia Beach. I swam in that fucking beach at least 3 times, 4 times a week. And we were 100 yards away from a pier where people fished and pulled up sharks regularly. Yeah. You know? It's just... Yeah. And those motherfuckers that are scared of a shark when they're in a cage and shit underwater.
But still, though, bro...
Just because you see them, now they're scared.
But they're scary regardless.
I think it's scarier when you can't see them.
Listen, I don't fuck with sharks regardless. Like, there's the same thing with, like, spiders. Like, there's just a zero tolerance.
And I'd be fucking with both of them.
I know. But not really. Until you're really in it, because you don't look like you could swim very well.
I can swim.
But, like,
quite well, actually.
Not very well. He's not backstroking the fucking... What do they do in the Olympic pools? Shit, how long is that?
You got the backstroke, breaststroke,
the
butterfly. Yeah, dude, I could do all of it, dude.
He went to the YMCA for swimming classes when he was a kid.
No, we did it in school.
Yeah, we did that shit in school too.
Yeah. We also did kayaking in school.
Dude, I wish we did. That would have been super cool.
We started. It was really weird. You start out with the kayaks in the swimming pool.
Well, I mean, I was like probably safe.
But what's even weirder
the whitewater rafts.
My freshman year, we were at the fucking freshman center at Lockport, right? The pool that they had was maybe double the size of this room, and that was the pool, of which we had 30 kayaks floating in. Like, it was just the most reckless. Yeah, pretty much. Like, it was just some reckless shit. And it was in the basement of the school. Like, it was weird, man. It was some strange shit. But then when we went to the new school, which was sophomore through senior year, we went and we did kayaking. I actually did the outdoor ed, or it was adventure ed. That's what it was. And, yeah.
You sure it wasn't special ed?
It might have been. It might have been.
No one his ass?
But no, so we did like kayaking, we did some boxing stuff, and then we also had like
Show me what
like
you learned,
CPR classes and shit, and like
dirty elbow.
Specialized like outdoor based CPR and care, medical care. So we learned,
like
the
Boy
fireman
Scouts
carries. Yeah, pretty much. We also did archery. That was cool.
We had archery, yeah. Archery. They used to have 22s and shit.
I know.
And then bead guns.
I was shocked when I went that they would allow you to bring your own bow to school for the archery class. Like, I was like, I wouldn't expect that. Yeah, like,
in today's day and age.
I know.
You probably can't anymore. That's
probably not. Probably not. That's probably gone.
And you're not even old.
It's gone.
And that's like, it's gone.
It's gone.
He's gone.
It's gone.
Forgot about it. There's nothing we can do.
No. Yeah, I'm not even that old.
He's gone. He's gone.
But I graduated like 7 years ago.
Yeah.
Like.
And that was when humanity fell.
Yeah, after I graduated from high school, it all went downhill from there.
Tactical scales. Tactical. It's all downhill from here. Yeah. Leave it in the comment section.
Yo ass.
Wow, dude. If anything, I don't see. When we were looking at the analytics earlier, and I didn't see nothing but this. When it had to come, when it was the content I was posting. I don't know. You guys leave it. The quality cornucopia. The
content that you were posting of me.
Yeah, I'll give you that. But like, I had the camera angles, bro. That's what sold it.
That's the camera angles.
And that sweet ass Fender amp.
Yeah. Which is.
It is that thing.
Which we established last.
Yeah.
But
super cool.
It is. It's fucking awesome, especially with some fresh bats. It sounds a lot better.
Dude, I prefer the old distorted, like just hanging on by a thread.
But you can get that now because now you have options. Before it wouldn't even clean up.
But you don't need it to clean up, bro.
But it's good to have a clean sound sometimes, dude.
Dude, if I wanted a clean sound, bro, I'd fucking take that bitch through the car wash. Like that's.
Well, it would still probably work.
It probably would, because honestly, the fact that it's that old, however, what's the newest that could be? The newest.
I mean, I've seen some fairly new shit, like modern shit.
But this is limited edition. That's 100% and old.
That's
one.
Like
I don't know how old.
Something.
Yeah, it's old. Like that one is old, and I got it used when that was the first amp I got with my first electric guitar, and like I played the shit out of that thing, and I'm pretty sure. Like, I might have changed the batteries and shit a couple times back in the day, but this motherfucker, what did you say it was? A CVS brand or a Walgreens brand? Walgreens branded fucking 9-volt battery.
I don't know
from
when they stopped selling their own branded batteries.
1993 /7 or some shit.
I don't think I've ever seen a Walgreens branded battery, so...
I'm sure they got them. But either way, Amazon got Amazon batteries and shit. Those communists, stop shopping with them.
Yeah, Amazon Basics crap.
Yeah. But either way, it still worked. Is the moral to the story? Is it still worked? And it's crazy to me. Like, but that just goes to show, because, like, it is an older item, right? It's an older piece of equipment. And back in the day, with cars, guns, musical instruments, guitars, amps, fucking women, they didn't cut corners back in the day. Now where everybody's cutting corners, okay? And that shit needs to stop. But it's just that tools. How old is that fucking? You got that axe, and then you got the drill thing, the hand drill you got, and so all types of old shit that you got that like they can't even make it
a couple
that well today.
And the hand drill. Got a couple axes. I got one I still need to put the head on a handle, but I should do that sometime.
Yeah, probably.
Record a video on it.
Yes.
Yeah, it's different.
Putting the axe on, getting some head from an axe or something. He wore too much axe and then he ended up getting head. Or if it smells that good.
Hey.
Who knows?
I mean, if you're in 5th grade, maybe.
You gotta remember the chocolate shit? Remember when limited edition chocolate?
That was
I was like, I'm a Hershey Kiss,
ever.
Bitch.
I was in junior high when that shit happened.
Dude. The axe, bro.
Which was even worse. Because in the fucking gym locker room, every single motherfucking
That's what it is. It's the gym locker room. Because you can't just go to gym and be sweating, fucking whooping people's asses in dodgeball all day, and then fucking go to class and sit there stinking and shit.
But I feel like that chocolate axe smelled worse than B.O. Like, honestly.
Chocolate axe.
I'd rather motherfuckers just be chocolate sweaty as hell. Nah. Like, it's just... that shit was
chocolate
horrible.
Axe, dude.
It
was fucking horrible. Valentine's Day every day when I was around.
Oh, God. Like, man. I don't know how anybody ever liked
So what shit. Flavor? Were you a blue or a green guy?
I never wore Axe.
You got Axe in the bathroom right now.
I don't. Because people give me shit for, like,
Christmas.
Who's
just giving you Axe?
My mom gives me shit for Christmas, like the fucking gift packs and shit. Like the Axe body wash, whatever the fuck.
Axe,
the body spray.
Let me ask you a question. You be using that shit. So what is your preferred cologne as a man?
I like the Curve shit, dude.
The Curve? Yeah, I feel like that's super base.
I know, but it's like, it's basic, but
it's not, it hits. I'll give you on the Curve. It's fine. It's a standard issue.
Fucking Shine got me this shit here like a month ago or something like that.
Should probably not get that close to the camera with your ugly ass.
Get as close as I want. You're not my real dad.
But I play one on TV. Is that a Stogue?
It's a Stogue cologne, dude.
How, dude? Why are there so many of them?
It's different scents, bro. But I don't know where the hell she got them from.
It actually smells pretty good.
So there's one that is horrible, but
that was probably just your
pretty good. Maybe. I don't remember which one it was, though, and I probably should have remembered, you know. Yeah. But yeah.
That's cool, though, dude.
It's cool.
Don't try and smoke one.
Cuba Classic.
I thought these shits were illegal, bro. I thought you're going to get the feds. Talking about the feds and shit. You're going to get the feds and you're talking about them Cuban shit. They got missiles or something over there.
I actually got a Cuban sitting in the fucking thing over there.
They're not illegal anymore.
No,
so it's
they're
not
not.
Even a flex.
They're not.
Stop trying to flex.
But it was funny because I actually got it. Emma, my coworker, went to Belize. Now you're
just doxing people and throwing them under the bus, dude. It's within the statute of limitations.
I never said anything else. They don't know who the fuck
illegal cocaine, marijuana infused Cuban cigars.
They don't even know if that's the real. They don't even know that's the real name.
Social security
it might not be.
Number is 8675309. 8675309. We're a band, dude. We're a fucking band, dude. Coming soon, dude. You gotta sign up for the fucking band podcast.
Yeah, it's gonna be a completely separate channel. You gotta subscribe to all three channels.
Same room, separate channel.
Same camera, same everything else, same dumbass people in it. But
same fucking 3.5 Blink-182 songs.
Yes, 100%. That's all we know. But
no, we were working on it. We were working on it. We almost had some fucking Johnny Cash down the other night.
You almost had it. I was nowhere near ready for that.
Yeah. I've been doing it longer, but I ain't done it in forever. Yeah. But like, it does kind of come back to you a little bit. It's like riding a bike to an extent, but like not really.
Not quite, no.
And especially like you have to be super dexterous in your fucking things.
Yeah.
Dude. Which like I could feel it too. Like after like a long night of fucking strumming, dude, it's like, oh shit, did I sprain my pinky?
Still got this fucking little blister forming on my finger from the fucking side of the fretboard the whole time. But it's worth it. I'm actually pretty sure I fucked up my foot playing.
Doing what?
So now you brought over that stand, this little foot stand, right?
Yeah.
to elevate your foot while you're playing, right? Because otherwise you're sitting there with your foot all bent weird and everything with your knee up to hold the guitar up. So this morning, and it actually started hurting last night while I was playing a little bit. Like the side of the arch of my foot was like sore a little bit.
From doing what?
Just from bending my foot weird without the stand.
Oh.
Like you brought the stand over, I should have just been using it.
You've been milking it,
but like I haven't been using it.
I see you using it the other day. I use
it every once in a while, but like when I'm just on a regular
day, he used the shit out of my amp too.
Yeah,
that's why I haven't even brought over my Ibanez, dude. Because I'd be using the shit out of that.
Dude, fuck your eye.
All right, we'll see. We'll see when it comes over. It's the best sounding electric guitar in the stew.
Oh. We'll see.
We will see.
We'll see if you ever bring it over.
I'll bring it over, dude. I didn't know we had guitar bringing over. I don't want to bring it over without something that I don't want to.
I'll get a stand tomorrow, bro. I'll bring it back.
I'll bring it over.
Do it.
It's fine.
Well, maybe we'll add it into this pod. But I woke up this morning, got out of bed, and I took one step onto the foot.
Friday.
No. Let's not do that. It's about the same time as the chocolate axe.
Everybody's heads right now.
It's about the same time as the chocolate axe came out. Oh man, but no. And I literally put my foot down, and it felt like my foot was literally broken. I'm like, how the fuck could I do this shit overnight while sleeping? And
like an aggressive. It was running from the police.
Apparently in my dreams, dude. I probably maybe, but
that's what I would say.
But yeah, I literally took me 15 minutes to put my shoe on because my foot was swollen so badly and like it was just an immense.
You might have the diabetes.
Before I went to work, right? Maybe you need to amputate.
Wilson Brimley. If that wasn't my wife, then who did I just hit? Shout out to Family Guy, dude. That shit's hilarious.
Yes,
hilarious.
No, and it, literally when I got to work, I have a crutch in my fucking truck because of my knee.
Oh, yeah.
Just randomly deciding to just pop out of its place. And so I ended up using that for like 3-4 hours at work before finally my foot was like okay to step on. And it was still hurt, but like it was worth it to not have the crutch, just deal with the fucking pain. But like another 3 hours, like by the end of the day, it was fine.
I had the same fucking thing, and I had to go to the hospital. It was the one and only time that I ever, since the whole scamdemic started, ever once wore a mask because they would not let me in without it. And I for real thought some shit was fucked, which it was, apparently, or whatever. But, like, literally, it was my left foot, and it was, like, a pain, like, on top of it and shooting through it. Like, there was somebody literally was jabbing knives. And, like, I could not put any pressure on it. I couldn't move it. Like, I couldn't whatever. Like, I literally had to, like, hop along Cassidy that shit. And fucking I had to go to the emergency shit because it's, like, it came out of nowhere. I was at work. And, like, everything was fine.
Trying to drive
everything was fine, dude. Well, whatever. But everything was fine. And then all of a sudden, the next thing I know, I was like, holy shit, dude. Like, what? I'm about to, like, fall over.
Yep. I remember
it was
that
weird, dude. And the fact that it happened to you, too, is kind of weird, man.
Yeah.
There's some weird shit going on, man.
It's strange, man.
Probably the gov.
Yeah. Maybe.
Props,
so they implanted the fucking chips, dude.
Yeah, dude. Fucking had like spot. Little fucking spikes infiltrate your house, dude, and then bite you, dude, on your ankles.
Dude, it might happen.
Dude, 100%.
We were talking about it the other day.
I know.
The bees, dude.
I know. I thought I was earlier.
Ever been stung by a bee on the neck, bro? That's the only place I've ever been stung by a bee. It's a perfect spot. Straight shot.
Right, dude. And then from there, they can access the wiring to your brain, dude,
and
control you, bro.
Fucked up, dude.
That is fucked up, man.
We're on to you, motherfuckers. And I know you're watching. Even before anybody else can. You're watching right now through this camera.
They're watching. They're outside.
We made the video and audio quality amazing.
Knock on the windows 3 times if you're watching.
Shoot 3 dogs for watching this. Not mine, though.
Well, you got enough of them. It'd be like a shooting gallery for them motherfuckers.
Yeah, I've warned them already. Watch out for those letters, you know? But
yeah. Well, they'll probably come in undercover. It's the ones that
for real.
You don't know.
Yeah.
And then that's that.
Those are the scary ones. Like yo ass.
Dude, if I'm a Fed, bro, I'd shoot myself.
If we were a Fed, we both. You lose your job.
Don't incriminate me. What do you, I don't have no idea.
Just off the shit that we say. What the fuck do you mean? Tell me.
What do we say? What have we ever said?
Like, regularly joking about the Alphabet Boys and setting up Claymore mines. on a
Those were
Roomba.
Jokes to you?
Yeah, jokes. It's jokes. Oh,
Are we playing Minecraft or something? Oh shit, Cheyenne's hating on the podcast currently. She's like, hey, shut the fuck up.
No, that's the process going live.
Damn, dude. Shout out to Process, dude.
Shout out to Process.
This is the thing. What is the actual channel name? The Process when it shows up. Right? The space Process.
He told us some other shit.
There's a process of combustion or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
But like, or maybe that's what he was going for. But either way, it's the Process. The space.
The
capital
space
T,
Process.
Capital
T, capital P.
Process, common spelling.
Yep.
Awesome dude. Musically inclined. Biker. Live streaming all the time. We just got to know, at least you did. I didn't feel nothing.
You're not even subbed,
bro? I am subbed. It is over there. I don't know if it went off or not. But probably not. Honestly, I feel like I don't get a lot of people's notifications. Like,
I get a lot of notifications.
Yeah, I don't know. See,
do you react off the notifications you do get, though?
What do you mean?
Like, do you actually click onto the notification? So I feel like that might make a difference.
It depends.
Like, do you click the notification to watch a video, or do you go to YouTube, to your subscriptions, and find
it? It depends. If I'm at work and I'm getting notification, obviously I can't watch the vid, so I got to swipe it, and then I'll get to it later.
Yeah.
But, like,
so
if I'm at the crib...
I just leave the notification up, dude.
That I can't. It gives me anxiety having too many notifications, dude. Because I got emails from 3 different emails. Yeah. Fucking the YouTube shit, the Instagram shit, Twitter shit. Which, speaking of which, Terribly Tactical on all of that shit. Go find me. If you type it into Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, whatever, that's where I'm at. This is Tactical Scales. If you guys are here, this is the second episode of the Shooting the Poop podcast.
Yeah.
We have a preliminary podcast, which was originally the first generation podcast, but it wasn't really much of a podcast.
No.
It was just us recording ourselves, acting like ourselves, which is
it's
what we're currently doing.
Yeah.
It's what we're currently doing and what we'll always be doing. And that's why the people are here. That's why you're here. That's why you're going to be here in the future. And if you have not yet smashed that like button or shared the video or subscribed perhaps and rang the notification bell, it might be an opportune time to do so. Because you don't want to miss out on any of this. Now, there's quality content to be had just everywhere. If me and Tactical Scales are involved, and I'm not even trying to sound boastful. I think just honestly, we're just two regular, real dudes, and we're here to talk about real shit. And we don't bite our tongues. It gets us in trouble sometimes, but you know what? That's what it is. That's the thing is, like, it doesn't happen anymore in today's society, and we're going to be chastised for it. We're going to be, held accountable. Like, my channel is getting demonetized and shadow banned all the time because the things I show, the things I talk about. And I'm sure that's going to happen here because this is not like this is a safe place. Okay, this is a place for freedom, which is the safest place of them all.
Dangerous place.
But yes, freedom is dangerous. Freedom is risky, but without risk, there is no reward. So, you're either in or you're out type of thing. But,
pretty much.
Anyway.
Now back to the process.
Shout out to the process.
We had a decent question for the process.
What do we have, dude?
About the new geek ideas. Dude.
Okay, tell them.
Because, you want to get, obviously, your Fender Strat and the Seafoam Green, right?
I have.
That's what you want to get.
I'm a huge Blink-182 fan, and Tom always had the Seafoam Green Strat. Plus, he was not the only one. There's several people throughout history. The Seafoam Green Stratocaster is like one of the most, it's a classic traditional color. Like, there's cars made in that shit. The guitars made in that shit. Like, it's a good-looking, classic, older school, just clean. And that's what I grew up looking at. That's what I grew up, with the huge Blink fan, and just that's what I remember. That's what sticks out to me. And I had one, and I sold it. I should have never sold it. Because for the one I had, I could have made more money selling it now. And then two, I honestly would have just rather kept the guitar.
Yeah.
I would have rather just had the guitar and been able to play the guitar and own the guitar. That being said, I would like to get another one.
Yes.
And we were looking at them the other night, and the prices vary, for
depending on what you want,
a few $100 all the way up to a few $1,000.
Well, for like the Fender Strat and the Seafoam Green, I think the cheapest we found was like $1,200 around that range.
Well, just to get like an actual Fender guitar, because you can get Fender acoustics and shit. But yeah, the Seafoam Green, actual Stratocaster, not the Squire. I have to have one again. I will have one again. But we were looking, and there was all types of like custom shits or what did it say? Semi-custom or custom?
Semi-customs, and they were full-on customs.
Yeah, and obviously the price
full-on customs weren't the Seafoam Green though. They had all the special.
What was the one with like the Bakelite looking pick guard?
I forget which one.
And it was seafoam green, but it was super sick, and it was like aged. It was factory aged, and it had a pick guard that was like, it looks like Russian Bakelite, which is what they used to make their magazines and their polymer furniture out of for their AK-47 and 74 variant rifles, and it's just super sick. Bakelite AK magazines sell for over $100 easily in today's day and age, and is the pick guard look like that, and with that contrasting color, it's kind of like a bowling ball swirl random pattern, some dark browns and some oranges and different shit like that, and it just looks sick. And the contrast with the darker, deeper color with the lighter seafoam chill, like that looks really good. But I also, probably just out of principle, have to say that master race of all seafoam green Fender Strats is just the standard with the white pick guard, like traditional OG, like it's the 1911 GI version, but it's fought 2 world wars and it's won both of them, you know, so it's like, but that's my opinion. Your tastes differ a little bit.
Yeah, so not so much differs. You know, I like that, I really do, but as of right now, I don't know if I'm quite at the point of needing a $1,200 guitar or a $3,000 guitar.
Right.
You know, I'm not at that point yet. So
I think you are at the point of needing a banjo,
though. Which is also the banjo used.
Yes. Like, we'll get to that in a minute.
That needs to be talked about though. But
I wish we could show.
Banjo
ukulele. Type in Google banjo ukuleles.
Look it up. It's well worth it. It's
and the money that they sell for them.
It's my god. Like, I'm still amazed uke sell for as much as they do sometimes.
Well, it's quality uke, dude. So there's some Hawaiian dude somewhere
with like a $1,500 uke or some shit.
Just on the beach, living his life, his best life.
It's all you can afford because Hawaii is all impoverished, but
it's most likely because they have super shitty gun laws.
Extremely, yes, as well as just a bunch of shit that's weird.
They're a bunch of commies.
Hawaii is strange.
It is
strange.
Super
place.
chill, but it's like it's super tense.
It's not even forget that Hawaii even exists.
Dude, right.
Like, whenever you talk about politics and everything, who brings up Hawaii?
Right, because all they do is they just go with whatever the crazy lefties want to go with.
They just go with California. That's all that matters.
They're like California's island, almost. I'm an island boy.
Oh man, I can't believe you did that.
There were a million views, right? They're just gonna catch it in the algorithm. That's why it's a fucking. This is 4D chess, dude.
Okay, but back to the fucking guitars. So I'm looking more within like the $250, $300 range.
But like, this is what I'm saying. This is the argument that I made, and you guys process, especially, and everyone else, leave it in the comment section below. He's already got basically the Squire version of the Fender bass. He's got the Squire version, basically, of the Gibson, the Les Paul, the Epiphone. So, and then you got the acoustic, which is Cheyenne's, but it's a quality acoustic. Like, you could definitely play that. You got the uke, which is an entry-level uke, but it's a uke nonetheless. Like, and not for anything. I mean, it's not like you're fucking Ozzy Oz.
No.
Tom DeLonge or fucking whoever.
So, my issue is I probably don't need another guitar.
You don't need another guitar. That's what I'm saying. A banjo. Leave it in the comment section below if you need a banjo.
I've been told banjos are pretty difficult to play in the first place. I should work on the guitar first. But my problem is, and you know this problem because you have the same problem, is just wanting cool gear.
Yeah,
something that looks cool, something is useful, and something I'm going to use.
Grantham said it best. 90% of this is looking cool.
Yeah, I mean that's all.
Like you could fake it till you make
it.
The other 10%.
It's like I was looking at that one Jackson guitar, right? The fucking head looks the headstock looks awesome. It's fucking matte black, and it's sick looking.
I kind of he didn't like it, but there was a really nice used Ibanez, white and red, with accents, with the fucking accent. Like it was a clean looking fucking. Again, I really hope
that's like some 80s hairband ass shit.
Yes,
like to me.
That's classic.
Like, I'm not into that
classic,
look, bro. I'm not into that look.
It's not even that look.
I know, but the guitar is that look, dude.
But it's not necessarily has to be that look.
But that's what it looks like.
I think it just looks
That's
clean.
what it looks, dude.
It almost looks like some Stormtrooper shit, but like their next level, they got the red badge and shit.
No, dude.
I think it looks clean. I would have bought the shit myself. And then you could even... Listen, motherfucker, you could even put blue strings on it. Then what now? Huh? So, either way, there's guitars out there, and there's good guitars out there, upgraded guitars, better guitars than what he's working with now. And then what I'm working with, I got an Ibanez Stage Star, which is a real Ibanez, from what I understand. It's not like the Squire thing, right?
Yeah.
It's a real Ibanez, but like it's not the best, nicest Ibanez. But it looks just like a Fender Strat, honestly. And it plays fine. I've never had an issue with it, and I love the thing. It's a great guitar. It's my first guitar, and I'll always have it. But I do got to get that Seafoam green Strat back. But like what you have now, what he has now, is perfectly serviceable. There's nothing wrong with any of these stringed instruments whatsoever. So my argument was that you learn how to play them better. Not that you can't play. You're doing great for somebody who just picked up and you got all of them. And you're learning shit on all of them. The electric, the acoustic, the uke, the fucking bass. So it is impressive, and he's doing really good. But like perfect it, because there's really nothing wrong with this. That's literally like the equivalent. If you, I can't even.
My biggest issue, and the one thing that kind of hurts me a little bit about this guitar, and something that when I bought it, I knew was there, and it didn't hurt me at that point.
But now it's just getting to me every time I look at it.
What is that? It was used, right?
Right.
This right here. A little part where it was obviously dropped, chipped. The fucking finish is fucked, and it's the smallest, most minute detail. But let's see if we can get that into frame and focused. It's not wanting to focus.
It was focused for a second, but then you got your hand all up in there.
But that little chip, on the headstock, and like.
But you could almost just throw some barn on that.
I know, I probably could, but I'll still think about that. And I want something that's just like good, like looks good. It's all complete. It's not busted. It's not been dropped. It hasn't been scratched. Like I bought that used, obviously, right?
Yeah, but
I got a better deal on it.
Used too.
Yeah.
The other shit's used too. So what's the difference?
Not the Jackson I was looking at. That's new shit.
Yeah, but what the fuck is a Jackson?
It's like it's another one of the like budget brands of one. I think it was the ESP budget brand.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. Buy food. It's not an Ibanez. It's not a fucking Fender. It's not an Epiphone. It's not a Les Paul. It's not a fucking. So like, it's not. It's just a random guitar.
But it looks good.
It looks good, but fucking.
But guitars aren't all just Fenders, Gibsons.
No, I know, but most of them are.
But they're not.
The good ones are most of them. I would say. Leave it in the comment section.
Other people can make good guitars too.
Yeah, no, 100%. I'm not arguing that they cannot. I'm just saying most of the time they do not. That's all I'm saying. So it's kind of. Would you buy a fucking Toyota truck or a fucking? No, that's not even a good example because some of the Toyotas are actually kind of decent. Yeah. But like, would you buy like a Honda truck?
No.
Would you buy like a Hyundai Sonata?
There's a clear difference between the Honda truck and a Chevy, right?
Yeah.
And you can argue this Chevy is a good truck. This Honda is not even a truck. Okay.
Right.
So if I were to go from this.
But there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. And if anything, chip on the that's battle.
But there's something wrong with it. But
like, there's nothing wrong with it.
But you know how it is, though. Now,
I know how it is.
Say this is a guitar. But listen, instead of a guitar, it's a new gun, right?
But listen,
you get it, and it's got a scratch in it.
I got brass dings all over the Wilson Combat 1911. It's dirty as fuck.
But you want that shit to have those brass dings brand new.
It wasn't brand new. If I bought it used, it'd be a different story.
It's covered in scratches?
Yes. If I'm buying, for the right price. What did you pay for that? And that's the only thing wrong with it, and it's fixable.
But you would prefer to have a new Wilson Combat.
Yes, and I'm willing to pay for it. Yes. But at the same time, and this is not a strife against you.
So are you telling me that you would rather, if you had a used Wilson Combat...
If I had a used Wilson Combat, I would get probably more enjoyment out of it because I would carry the bitch, because I wouldn't worry about it, because I'd fucking actually shoot the shit out of it, which I've shot the shit out of the ACP, but I'm planning on getting another one to Save Queen. But like, if it was a used one and I got it for the right price, it's in the holster, it's in the backpack, it's on the property in the woods, it's fucking shooting plus P+, it's doing all types of shit. So you're going to get more enjoyment and knowledge and learning.
The chip
it's
on
a
that
battle
to
scar,
me
dude.
looks like the idiot scratching a 1911 TV.
I feel that. That.
Like well, it's something it'll happen to a lot of people. It happens all the time. It's not that big of an issue. But just the thought
it never happened to me. It's never happened to me.
But it happens, right?
Not to me.
The fact that somebody literally just dropped that thing on something like that.
Maybe they didn't even drop it. Maybe it was their kids, little nosy ass kids messing around with shit, knocked it over, or the dog.
I don't care. It doesn't matter to me who it was.
But this is the thing, though. It's no insult or disrespect towards your guitar. It's a great guitar, and it honestly sounds really good. It's still like a Squire level, entry level guitar. Yeah. So who cares if anything, that's the one you want beat up that you're learning on and using. You're probably gonna drop that motherfucker yourself a time or two. Let it happen. Or the dogs or some shit. Bro. Or Charlie, bro. Charlie's gonna come in here and fucking bite your fucking Epiphone, dude. It's gonna fall over. So, like, then fucking you got your nice one, which you should save up and get something that you really want, that you research, that you learned. You don't even know what you want yet. Because you haven't played them enough to establish an idea of what shit sounds like.
But how I'm going to play them enough to get an idea of what they sound like. You
haven't even played this enough.
When
did you first strum that guitar, the red one?
Like 2 months ago.
2 months ago, this motherfucker already wants to get enough. It's the same shit. I'm not even trying to come at you. I have an addictive
personality, bro.
So do I. So do I. So do I. It's probably the only reason I'm
brings me joy in life, and I want more of it. Okay.
It's the worst when that happens, isn't it? It always costs money. It's always a pain in the dick.
It's a problem.
Yeah.
I hope it's not hurting my dick.
But no, I feel you. Listen, I feel you 100% on the guitars, dude, because they could be just like guns, bro. Like 100%. Yes. 100%. But I'm just saying, practically speaking, you've got an arsenal of guitar. You've got more guitars than most average gun owners have guns. And you need at least a good pistol, a good rifle, and a good shotgun. You kill anything that walks, crawls, or flies on North America. Okay? 9mm, 12 gauge, 5.56, or whatever. Fucking 45, 40, 12 gauge, 20 gauge, 7.62 by 39, or fucking 308, or whatever the fuck. But something. You've got all that, plus an extra. You're going into 22 with the ukulele. You know what I'm saying? So for all our gun fans out there, if you love guns, or even if you just kind of like guns, leave it in the comment section below. But you've already got a head start on the collection.
Yeah.
There definitely has to be a banjo at some point.
Yes.
My guitar is going to be over here. That's going to be a second. That's a real Ibanez. That's not mint condition. That's a real Ibanez. Play it, you can strum it. It does need a string or two, which I have the string or two as I was actually looking, and I got a bunch of Ernie balls and shit. In fact, these same ones.
Yeah.
And I got a case, and I'm pretty sure I got a stand and some other amps, different shit, the distortion pedal and all that. I'll bring it all over. But like, if you're going to get another guitar, you should play the shit out of this and not care. Because it's going to get used and abused, and then in the meantime, while you're learning, while you're growing, while you're figuring out what it is exactly, your taste might evolve, then you got $1,000, $1,500, $2,000 that you could spend after a few months or whatever of fucking playing the guitar, learning the guitar, and then you get exactly what you want. That's all I'm saying. Because every time you buy another $200-$300 guitar, it's never going to be as nice as the other guitars. And you're always going to keep wanting more. You buy 2, 3, 5 of these things, and you could have just had a really nice guitar to begin with. And because there's nothing wrong with any of these, there's really not. And the same thing goes along with the guns and the shit like that.
The entry level shit. So why not just get more entry level shit instead of the good shit and get more variety?
Because you don't need variety. Because you still haven't yet mastered anything in this room, other than probably the skin flute. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's not even like a slight at you. Like, I couldn't fucking play the guitar half as good as you anyway. But the fucking... No, I could definitely... I'm a little bit better.
You're better.
A little bit better. But the fucking... It's more intuitive for me because I did it longer, and I could pick up on it longer.
How do you think you were at 2 months of playing compared to me?
Right, I don't know, because I went to fucking... If it's still around and still open, if he's still teaching... my dad's friend, Tom, at Modern Music off Ogden Avenue in Illinois. I believe it's still there. I don't know if Tom is still working there, but I wanted to get into guitar. I forget how old I was. I was younger, but like I was still probably like 13, 14, whatever the hell.
Yeah.
And I was like, Mom, Dad, I want to get a guitar. I'd already been playing in band at school and shit. I played the saxophone. I was musically inclined to an extent. And I wanted to start playing the guitar. And so they took me. My dad had known this guy his entire life. They were childhood friends and whatever. And like literally the myth and lore of Tom from modern music. And modern music is like the guitar. You have to go to modern music. You have to. I'm gonna have to take you there one of these days, and hopefully Tom is there.
Yeah.
But like, it's the equivalent of Rinks. Modern music. It's the real shit. Might not always have the latest and the greatest,
So
but sometimes it does.
Let's go to the modern music.
You got to check it out at least. But Tom is the myth and lore about Tom, the musician from modern music off Agni, is that he could hear a song on the radio, play the song by ear, and then play it backwards. And I don't know if this dude sold his soul to the devil or what the fuck happened, but I've seen him do it. I have seen him do it, sitting around the fucking campfire doing this shit. Like this dude, he used to have, I forget who it was. I want to say it was an Ibanez, but it was like almost like a mini guitar. Like it was a travel, little, like it was a guitar.
Like we were looking at the other night.
Right.
Yeah.
But like it was a real electric guitar. You plugged it in, it sounded real, but it was tiny. And like that's what, because they have little soundproofed rooms that you go and take lessons at. I was taking lessons from this guy, and he's an excellent teacher. If he is still in business teaching lessons at the Modern Music, you need to go shout out Tom and tell him that Josh sent you. Is Paul's friend, all that, like Paul's son, Paul's friend, like that. Tom is the master race probably of all guitar teachers ever. But I've seen this dude play shit you wouldn't even imagine, and like it's just so, he's been doing it all of his life. Like it's just so natural. And like not only can you play it, he could fix it, he could build it, he could whatever. He knows exactly how to tune it, and like he's a musician. And that's what you got to find, dude. But like even that dude started out in a cheap, shitty little fucking whatever.
Yeah.
And you play. What was it? Summer of '69. Played it till my fingers bled. What the fuck is that? The fucking. Somebody in the comments says, I should know this, but it's escaping me now. But bought my first real 6-string, played it till my fingers bled. I'm pretty sure it's summer of '69. Yeah. I forget who it's by.
Okay, yeah.
But fucking, it's somebody, it's like super, it's like, I don't even want to say none because I'm going to get it completely wrong, but like it's super, look that up.
I think it might be Bon Jovi.
No.
Maybe.
No.
No.
I wanted to say Poison for some reason, but I don't think it's Poison. That's definitely not what's his face. I'm just great. Everybody in the comments section is like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah,
they're fucking having a meltdown right now. Got my
Brian Adams and Jim Valance.
Got my first real 6-string. Summer of '69. Fucking Jimmy got married. Fucking what's his face? Yeah. That was the band?
Yeah, it was him.
What was the band called?
It doesn't say. I don't know if it was necessarily a band, maybe just a musician.
It was 100% a band.
Recorded by the Canadian musician Brian Adams from his 4th album, Reckless. The song is about a dilemma between settling down or trying to become a rock star.
Sounds like the song.
Written by Adams and his longtime songwriting collaborator, Jim Valance.
It doesn't say what. That's definitely, leave it in the comment. Hank Williams knows.
Yeah.
Summer of '69.
Process got to know too.
The Process 100% knows. We
probably
should know.
Everybody else.
Everybody else in the world.
Everybody
knows
watching this knows except for us.
I've been drinking. That's my excuse.
I ain't been.
He's so, but he's also younger and not nearly as cultured.
That's also a problem.
But like the fucking, you know what I'm saying though? Like you could easily.
Yeah.
And again, this is whatever unsolicited dad advice, but I would just play these things until your fingers bleed, and fucking.
And I don't know why you're still saying this, because you know I'm buying a new guitar anyways.
Well, I'm just trying to help you, because I want to see you get
you said
that Wilson
how many
times
guitars. Now have we mentioned that I don't listen to a thing you fucking say?
You do, though, eventually, once you figure out that you're wrong.
Maybe after I buy the second guitar, then I'll save up for the third and get a good one.
But you can't plan. You got a baby coming. That baby's going to be here. You'll be paying for fucking Ernie Ball diapers and shit. Fuck.
Yeah, I mean, shit happens, bro. See what happens. That's why I should, instead of waiting to buy this more expensive guitar, because by that time I'm going to have a kid that I'm buying shit for constantly.
And then you're going to be buying the kid guitars.
Then I'll have to buy the kid guitars. So I should just, by that point, I don't get a second guitar now.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's why you should save up and get the proper guitar that you really, really want.
But if I save up for that, I can't do that now, dude. Before the baby comes.
But you don't need one now.
But I do.
He doesn't need one now.
I do need one now.
He doesn't need one now. I do. You don't.
I do.
You gonna pause this so I can piss?
Yeah. You nervous and shit, bro? Don't know where to start again, dude?
Because I feel like, can we play back? Where
we could play it back, but not at the moment, I don't think. No play it back. We gotta wait until after the pod's over. Fucking stop the fi. But so we're on the Geats. You still feel like I don't need another Geat. I feel like I'm gonna.
I feel like I should bust into the room like Kramer did on Seinfeld through the door. I feel like we should do that.
I feel like that's just how you walk in the door, anyways. But just gotta fucking kick that shit. I'm here, bitch. Like, so
we should almost do it.
Just recreate it. Just walk out, just to walk back
walk
in,
out,
all creatively.
Walk out, be right here,
like,
bro.
Yeah.
You say go, but then wait, like go, and then hit go.
Do you want to actually restart this intro? Is that the goal here?
Oh, you already restarted.
Yes, it's already been recording this whole time.
Why are you telling me now? They're trying to. Now they're gonna see us catching the fucking. Should we leave this in the podcast? Trying to fucking
Let's do this again.
So
Ready? Cut. Ready? No, that's cut. That's when we stop the action. And I did say action.
Are we going, dude?
We're going. We've been going this whole time. Dude, I said cut, but I didn't cut. We're terrible at this.
This is terribly tactical, dude. Like, share, comment, subscribe.
Oh, that's why we're never becoming famous.
Yeah. Well,
especially off this podcast.
Speak for yourself, young man. You know.
So your subscribers actually watch one of these videos.
You let them in on the whole shit.
I started recording before we even started that idea.
But what if we said some shit we shouldn't have been saying?
We can cut it in post, but like, do you really want to hold back what you say, dude?
No,
dude. Are you trying to censor? Are you trying to censor me, bro?
I'm trying to be successful. For once in my life, perhaps. Yeah, right. Where the fuck? I thought I had another one. You took the other one?
It's behind your fucking cup, bitch. You really think you need another one?
Ooh, I need another one. I think you need a few, son. Fucking talking sober as a fucking Doberman, dude.
I mean, we can change that, I guess.
With what?
With your VOD you brought over the other day?
Where you been hiding the VOD at, dude? I thought it was empty. I would have been drinking that shit. Look at him fucking save Queen in the Grand Legacy. The Grand Legacy. That's where the empty bottles go. There's another bottle over there, got something in it.
No, actually.
Exactly.
That's just where they were at, bro.
He's fucking hiding my own vodka. We did the math earlier about all the vodka that he would owe me. All the vodka
you would owe me, motherfucker.
All the vodka that he would owe me.
For the past 4 years we've been chilling
I never once expected, always appreciated. But I never once fucking
$2,600 on vodka and due on his head.
That's a rough estimate. It's probably more.
Yeah, probably. We were definitely nice. We went through a bottle in a night, but
yeah, that was your fault.
Plus, sometimes we cheap out. We get the fifths and shit.
Yeah,
we just
It doesn't count all the same. Like,
it doesn't. But on average, you agreed with the math, right?
Yeah.
So
I feel like it's a little skewed.
I feel like if anything, it's skewed in your favor.
No.
Like we didn't calculate tax either on
tax, bro. Yeah, that's theft. Why would you ever calculate that the equation?
Because I had to pay that
Constitution.
So $2,600.
Well, you should have been exercising your rights. I don't pay my taxes.
We got. How do you get away with that at a store, motherfucker?
You just leave.
So we got 8% tax. So
8%, 7% fucking will count
in county. Not
this
in
is county, fool.
No, fucking liquor store. That's still Lockport.
Why are you giving away our geolocation to their tens of viewers that already creeped on us and know where we live?
A block away is the Rinks Gun and Sport, motherfucker.
Why are you doing that?
So who's like we ain't talked about it before? But so 8% tax. So that adds another $200 onto that, just 2,800.
I feel like this is fucked up mathematics.
I feel like you agreed to it earlier.
No, I feel like once.
I mean, we don't have to close out the tab now.
Close out
it's
the
not
tab.
that big a deal. But like
the tab. We'll see what I end up charging you for the clout. We'll see about that. What that adds up to.
Oh, it might be worth about 50
cents.
You
might owe me a couple bucks.
I'll give you this 10 euro cents, dude. That's for the clout.
I'll take that shit, bro.
That's for the clout.
Put it in my piggy bank and shit. Save it for a rainy day.
Oh man,
what is that? Show the people what that is.
Show the people what that is.
What the hell did you just get? I'm taking that home too. Fuck with you.
10 euro cents coin.
10 euro cents. That's for the Europeans, dude. Which typically shoot the weak 9mm because they have fragile wrists. They can't handle the massive 45. It's pretty
shiny gold, but probably not real gold at all. No, it looks gold. They want to look classier than they actually are. But
I'm like Harvey Dent and shit all the time. You don't even know who Harvey Dent is.
I don't.
Two-Face from Batman, fool. What the fuck?
Fuck Batman.
Fuck Batman.
You just like Batman because he's an orphan, dude.
What? What? That needs to be a clip in and of itself. What? That was some deep-seated interpersonal fucking attack. You chose violence. You woke up today and you chose violence, bro. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. I am like an orphan and shit, like, bro. I was a prom night dumpster baby and shit, and these motherfuckers.
You were relating and shit?
Because I was just, maybe I'm Batman. I ain't never seen... I stabbed you first. I ain't never fucking seen me and Batman in the same room, have you? Riddle me that.
No, but I know that motherfucker got money.
Get the fuck out of here. I got Wilson Combats and HKG 36s and shit. The fuck? I just ain't got the Lambo.
Selling sperm for that shit or something.
Selling the sperm. I ain't got enough to go around, model.
I do drink a lot of Mountain Dew.
I do drink heavy amounts.
Yeah.
Heavy amounts of Mountain Dew.
Large quantities.
Right.
Of Mountain Dew. Diet Dew.
Diet Dew. I gotta keep the hourglass figure.
Yeah.
You know. You don't fuck with Batman? How do you not fuck with Batman?
Crybaby ass bitch.
Crybaby ass bitch.
Uses money to get everything he fucking needs.
Batman doesn't even have superpowers, and he uses his mind.
He uses his money.
No, he uses his mind, bro. He uses his mind.
Motherfucker's too much of a bitch to even kill somebody, bro.
Wow, he used to kill some people. The original Batman comics, he had guns.
That's true.
He had guns. Batman had guns. He had two 1903 fucking pocket hammerless 380 pistols, Colt pistols. Like, that is a real, like, he used to murder people. The comics, the actual comics are a lot darker than the fucking shit you see on Nickelodeon or whatever the fuck. But, just like the Punisher is a real person, right? You piss somebody off enough, you tread on them enough, you infringe on their rights enough, you hurt them and their family enough, like, people are capable of doing really, really crazy things very effectively when properly driven. So, you know, it's that I relate the same thing with like the Scream movies. Yeah. Somebody could be fucked up, dressed up in a costume, and just murdering motherfuckers. Like what? That's scary enough. That's scary enough. Like the whole, like that's obviously Michael Myers and shit. Like he doesn't ever die. Like Jason, all that shit, whatever. That's fine. But the Scream shit, that's real. Yep. Like a bulletproof vest, stab-proof vest, and just hacking motherfuckers up.
Yep.
Like people have done, will do. So that's what's more scary to me. Like the Saw shit, people could do that shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Easily. That's real shit. Like people have done shit like that.
Yep.
John Wayne Gacy, you know, that type of shit. Fuck all the ghosts and the fucking whatevers. You know, it's the real motherfuckers that are out here that you will never. It could be your next door neighbor.
You wouldn't know.
Had no idea. Could be you.
Might be.
Might be.
That's why I'm sober right now.
That's why you got a hood, right? I'm still here, folks. Thank Bob. Speaking of which, shout out Bug Out Bob. He was actually Bug Out Bob.
Yeah.
This is a topic for the podcast in and of itself. He was bugging. He was out bugging somewhere. They had the shout out to Bug Out Bob, man, for real. Yeah. There was the all them tornadoes that happened in it Kansas or Kentucky or some shit Kentucky. Or whatever the fuck. It was a K-state.
Kentucky.
But Bug Out Bob went out there and Bear Solutions, which is actually like a pretty big YouTube channel. He's got like 100-something thousand subscribers or whatever the fuck. You know, they're all about, you know, the church and the prepping and the just living free and all that stuff and helping people. And they were out helping people. All these people's homes got, messed up because of tornadoes. They're on the lakes. They're full of shit every trees everywhere. And they're out there helping them. And Bob went out there and met up with Bear and helped him, pull some shit out and clean some shit up for the property. So shout out to Bug Out Bob. Shout out to Bear Solutions. Awesome. You can go check out the video on Bear's channel. And get fucking Bob playing his day. And they had like a bobcat and shit that they were pulling shit with. And like they actually flipped it. And they flipped it trying to pull this big ass tree out of like the side of a ravine or some shit. And but then they pulled it back and they got it all and they made it happen. So, improvise, adapt, overcome. But yeah, shout out. I mean, he's going out there out of his way on his own time.
It's awesome.
To help people. So shout out to Bug Out Bob. A lot of the people in the comment section ask all the time about Bug Out Bob. He hasn't been able to be around. He runs a business. He is a business owner. He's got a family. He's got a bunch of stuff going down. And then in his spare time, he's choosing to help other people. So shout out to him and all the cohorts. You know who you are. But yeah. Yeah, that's what that was kind of cool because I saw that.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Joe sent that to me. He was like, "Hey, look at this." I was like, "Oh, that's kind of cool," because I followed and watched this dude Bear Solutions before. He does a lot of prepping stuff, a lot of self-defense, gun shit and all that, and it's cool, and it's. He's a smaller channel, but a bigger channel, right? So, like, I myself, it's weird for me because I'm at like 18 point something, whatever, 1,000 subscribers. I never once ever thought I would get past 100. Like, I remember being like 100 subscribers. We're currently on this channel right now, 45, 47, 46 subscribers.
Which I'm shocked.
Although we started it 10 days ago.
Yes, that is true.
And we'd be happy to have you guys. So if you guys want to smash that subscribe button, ring the notification bell, and video and share the content, that would be awesome and very much so appreciated. But either way, it's always a grind, it's always a struggle, it's finding your niche, it's finding your groove, it's finding your lane, and then learning to stay in it. You want to be what the people want you to be, right? And I feel like that's all we do.
You don't want to be what the people want you to be. You want to be who you are. No,
but what I meant was they want right. That's why
if the people are there. You are.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I meant. Is you are that person. You are you. And then that's why the people come, and they are there for you being you. So you get all the people. A lot of people want to switch it up. They want to change it up, but you want to give them why they're there. That's what, that's what we're trying to do.
People want to see you. You be you. Like there ain't no reason.
I don't know why people want to see me. I have no idea why people want to see me.
I don't know either.
But some of them do. At least they
we were talking about earlier, like how a lot of people just listen to podcasts while they're driving and such. They don't actually watch the videos. I hope for their sake that is what they're doing right now.
But even so, we talked about this too, and I've said it myself plenty of times. Like I've got a face for radio and a voice for deaf people.
Yeah.
So like I'm not appealing in any way, shape, or form.
No. I mean,
I like to think like the content, like the ideas and the things I actually say. It's just the problem is you out there have to listen to. And that's where
we apologize.
We do
right now.
Personally,
just straight up apologies, as well as apologies for the possible constant fan noise in the background.
I don't think, honestly.
I don't know if
we don't know.
Or not.
It could be we are 3D printing currently, or Scales is 3D printing. I'm here while 3D printing is happening. So technically, there is not a mouse in the pocket. You got a mouse in your pocket?
No, I don't. Surprisingly,
right?
Sometimes
he could.
Sometimes
there is one in the deep freezer. There is definitely some mice in the deep freezer.
But
there is.
It does happen sometimes. Like I walked into the ring skin sports and rats in my pocket and shit. It happens. Of course, I got to pull it out and show you just because it creeps you out. But
it's just like it's like it.
Want to see what I got in my pocket?
He always gets me. The curiosity is what kills me.
Exactly.
Because like it could be some really really cute shit, but
could
at the
be a
same
dead
time,
rat.
It could be a dead rat or a live snake, or even something worse.
So that one time it was a scorpion. Remember that?
Yeah. No, we had a scorpion on top of a real scorpion.
It was awesome.
In the gun shop.
Did you tell whoever ended up buying that scorpion?
Fuck bought it.
But like that's something you had to tell. You should have warned somebody. Like, there was a scorpion sitting on this thing. It's like, oh, you had another scorpion on top of it. Yeah, no, a scorpion was sitting on.
I mean, they don't leak any like.
And showing a picture or something. No, they don't. Nothing dangerous. Yeah, but like, I feel like that either would have made the sale easier. That would have been just cool. Like send them the.
You don't really have to sell. CC scorpions tend to sell themselves.
I know they really do.
I understand. because it's a good
I
quality
feel like
gun.
guns themselves sell themselves.
In today's day and age, for sure.
Pretty much.
In today's day and age. It's funny because you get all the people that have voted for gun control their entire lives. They've been totally against guns. They don't want to have a thing to do with guns. They're, guns are evil, which they're not, okay? The guns don't pull their own triggers, right? So, Cain killed Abel with a rock. So, the whole thing is like, now those people, though, between the scamdemic, the mostly peaceful protesting, and the completely and totally fair non-rigged election, those people finally are wanting guns. And I work in a gun shop, and I see them come in every single day. And they don't know how it goes. They don't know, the rules and the regs. They think they could just leave with it the same day, or they think, like, they don't know what stuff is supposed to cost. They don't know how to operate nothing. They think that they need 1 million safeties on the gun, which in reality, if you don't actually train and practice manipulating those safeties, you are going to be worse off than not having safeties on the gun. That being said, most modern revolvers, semi-automatic pistols, anything in today's day and age has a plethora of safeties, whether they're physical, external safeties or passive safeties, like on a Glock. A Glock still has 3 safeties, but most people you talk to will say that it has none at all. So it's just different stuff. It's more about knowledge. And knowledge here on YouTube, it's free, at least for now. And not saying that you're going to get it from me or us, but like go out there and just type some shit in.
There might be some knowledge.
There might be a little bit, but
hopefully,
there's going to be a lot of bullshit,
random bullshit constantly. But I feel like that's what they're here for.
Yeah,
it's the random bullshit.
Yeah, for sure.
Because
the knowledge is just like an added plus. It's like the icing on the cake. Like you would still eat the cake without the icing. You just prefer it. I would if I had.
I mean, depends on the kind of cake. If I got straight up white vanilla cake, like I'm not just gonna eat white vanilla cake.
You could totally just eat white vanilla cake.
I don't think I would, dude.
Also, this could be misinterpreted into several different manners about eating what kind of cake.
Well, in certain circumstances, I prefer no icing yet on the cake.
That would be most preferable, I would argue.
Yes, in certain circumstances. But overall,
you don't want to be the second guy to the trade.
As far as baked goods, I would prefer.
Well, apparently to most people out there watching, that's you.
Should we bring that up on this channel for the
I don't think we haven't ever once talked. That is a good segue. I feel like we should.
I'll let you explain. I'm stoned constantly. But most people always do the first time they see me. So if we have possibly any subscribers right now that are going to watch this video, especially this far in, that haven't previously seen our live chats, previously watched our live chats for years already
channel,
on the
every
Terriblytactical
Sunday night,
channel.
8:30 Central Standard Time ish.
Emphasis on the ish.
He's always late.
Motherfucker.
What?
I'm late?
Yeah.
I'm there at 8,
you don't show up till I get there.
The link, bro. Give me the link. Give me the login info, bro. I'll set it up. I'll be there first every time. But
we still got to go live on this channel.
We do go live on this channel. Yeah, it is really
this Sunday live on this channel, not on the Terribly Tactical channel.
You got to make a video beforehand, dude. Like make a video for tomorrow. We could do it.
I know.
We should do it.
If Cheyenne allows it.
We should do it.
We should do it.
Fuck Cheyenne. But
well, you did. That's why you.
I know. That's why I got it.
But yeah.
But no. So everybody that always for the first time sees a video with me in it, almost always thinks I'm either extremely tired
every time,
or that I'm
they go
high
straight
as fuck.
to being high as fuck.
Not always. I had a few people question whether I'm just really tired and about to fall asleep, and usually that's where it ends up at like 1, 2 in the morning. It's like he's about to fall asleep. What the fuck? But that is neither of those are true. Sometimes the second one. Sometimes the first one, at least. Not the second one. No, the first one being that I'm tired. But it does happen sometimes. But I actually have a condition known as ptosis, in which my levator muscles in my eyelids do not develop properly.
You got Darth Vader muscles?
At birth.
Is that what you said?
Levator muscles.
Oh, okay. You got elevators in your eyes,
bro?
Pretty
much. That's what it's.
But they don't work. They're closed for eternity.
Pretty much.
You gotta walk up them.
So they never develop properly. They are not strong enough to actually hold my eyelids up. So most times when I actually open my eyelids, I'm using my eyebrows to lift up the skin on my eyelids, and that's basically what you see constantly. If I were to actually rest my eyes, this is where they're at. It's fucked up. I can barely see shit. But. And eventually it's going to end up with me being blind, not being able to open my eyes whatsoever.
We'll just staple them shit.
Yeah, I'm just going to have to fucking...
Be all right.
Here we go. I'm good.
Arrow.
I can't do that. on the podcast.
All of a sudden, you're good at math.
Yeah, exactly. I'm good at math anyways, all right? Fuck off. Just hating. Constant. That's okay. I gave enough hate today.
You lucky you got the hood up. You get fucked up with one.
But, so I'm not high. I'm not currently tired since I drank the Red Bull. But.
Not a sponsor.
No, not at all, but it could be. Could be. Could easily
Should be.
Please be. You know, but.
This is current, because this is currently our time, at least, that we're recording this. It's 1:35 in the morning.
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah.
That's fucked up. But not really, because we're usually up to like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning in the live stream.
2, 3 o'clock is like a light night.
Yeah, that's like easy. We've gone to like 6 o'clock in the morning before in the live stream.
I don't sleep sometimes, bro. I got plenty of time to do that when I'm dead.
Yeah, precisely.
And no
but
days
I mean, on
off.
the live stream, we have ran that live stream from 8:30 to 6 in the morning before.
Yes, easily. And then had a whole nother private after chat till fucking 9 in the morning.
We always be doing that shit. We always be sitting there for like at least 10, 15 minutes, but up to like 2 hours sometimes. Of just us talking about shit that we didn't want to talk about on the live stream for certain reasons. Yes, precisely. We're talking shit about all the fucking people in the comments. No, we don't actually do that. We love you all. Most of you.
No, I love all of them. Even the haters. Even the haters are my motivation.
I still want to know who Barry Sus actually is.
Barry Sus actually needs to, for real. Because Barry Sus, honestly, dude.
If he is local like he says
Barry Sus is 100% local.
He is local like he says he is, and he's really good at Google, you know, like that's a possibility as well. No. But if he is local like he says he is,
Barry Sus is either local.
He needs to be the first third chair on this podcast.
Very sus, dude.
AKA
Joey the Cat, AKA Paulie Gutierrez, AKA Salvatore Big Puss Bum Pensiero, AKA possibly Noodles 1980. AKA, he's not local if he's news. But I'm telling you, it's either Barry Sus is either the most legit non-stop supporter we've ever had that's really out here doing that shit, or it's fucking Shaggy.
Even Shaggy, right? Open invite.
We're here, dude.
The first ever third chair on this podcast.
Yeah, dude. We'll even get you a spot. We talked about getting a third chair, dude. We'll get you a whole.
I'll get you another gaming chair that he can't even use, just so you'll be on here.
I'm going to buy my own gaming chair and not let nobody use this. I'm going to take it home in the truck every single night just so nobody can sit. I'm going to start doing that shit with the amp, motherfucker.
Do it.
You're going to be mad.
Do it. It's a cool amp. It's easy to bring out into the living room and fucking play out.
Oh, now you're out in the living room. You're taking it outside of the studio to play my amp in the living room. Doing what in the living room? Putting up the new curtains. We hung new curtains for Cheyenne tonight.
In the old living room, not the new living room. So that's the old living room for me.
That's not a living room.
But that's the room I be living in.
You didn't live in there. You lived in that room.
No, I lived in that room, dude.
You would die without sleep.
I slept in
Argue that. Change my mind. You gonna die without sleep?
I mean, I've been
so
without
you lived in that room,
dude. I've been without sleep many times, bro.
Guilty conscience, looking for being such a shade ass. Most likely, that's the fuck that is.
Overall, on that story, I'm not high.
I don't believe it. Honestly, after the story, I feel like it's more convincing that you would be high.
Dude, I literally had surgery to try to fix this shit.
Yeah, what about the rest of it?
18. And I still have the scars sitting here. You probably see them.
That's just because you blink your shits a lot. You got a wrinkle.
No.
Yeah, dude.
No, it's a scar from when I had surgery to try to shorten the levator muscles, of which they could not do because they had already degraded too far.
You got to work them shits out. You got to go to the eye gym and shit.
I tried to talk to my eye doctor, talk to the fucking optometrist, fucking trying to figure out because I'd seen some shit about you can get literally weights implanted underneath your eyelid.
Yeah, to help build the muscle.
But he told me that's not actually the purpose for that. When your eye muscles didn't develop properly, it won't help anything. It's more so for when you're getting older, or if you have issues closing your eyes, it helps. So
you definitely don't have a problem with that.
No, I don't. I can. That's fine. They
that's what he's
open.
Best
they don't open on their own anyway.
That's what he's best at. It's closing.
Like right now, if I just rest my fucking eyes, like that's what happens. If I rest the rest of my face. Like, I can't.
Yeah, it do be looking like your face has been hard at work for the past fucking 20-some-odd years of its life. Look at you, bro. You look like a Mexican gangster. I think it's the mustache.
The mustache.
You look like you're about to sell me some coke and then stab me. And take the money back.
Yeah, so I just constantly got to keep my eyebrows up. And it's fucking weird. I don't even notice myself doing it anymore. Like I don't do it like I do it instinctively. It's fucked up.
Yeah. Every time I notice you doing it, I'm gonna start doing this shit. That's gonna be.
That really should be edited out, but it's not going.
That should be the thumbnail.
That should be. Just both of those. No.
Don't sniffle at me, dude. Snuffleupagus looking at. ASMR. There's some ASMR weirdos in here all of a sudden.
Yeah. Hey, it's more views.
Yeah.
It's close to like 4,000 watch hours.
4,000 watch hours. What do we got? Like 49.5? 49.5. Last time we checked. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. We're not.
No.
It's cool. It's fun, and you do get a little bit more exposure if you actually are a monetized channel on YouTube, just because they're going to be making money off of it naturally. So they're going to push it a little bit more. That being said, the type of content that we do or talk about or are involved with is not the most monetizable when it comes to YouTube standards, and that's never going to change because that would make it not real. So it's whatever. We're not here for the money. We're not here for the whatever, but we do want to grow the channel. We do want to interact with more of y'all. We want to hear from you guys. We want to start that discussion. We want to have you here in person to talk about it or over the phone. You talked about getting a soundboard that we could actually take calls on, have its own special number that you could call into the show if we were to do something live or whatever it was, or just in general, like at this date, at this specific time, you could call in with your questions or comments, concerns, whatever, and that would be pretty cool. It's just versatility. Like, we're here to interact. The whole reason about the Shooting the Poop podcast, again, we've talked about it, we've explained it before, but like, we're literally just here chilling, shooting the shit. We're just us being us, talking about shit that we would talk about. And there are other people out there, clearly, that are interested in that kind of stuff, that are involved in the same kind of things that we are. And if we could collaborate, communicate, and produce something better, forward progress in any way, shape, or form, whether it's fighting for our rights, the Second Amendment, or the rest of them. But obviously, without the Second Amendment, you're not going to have the rest of them, because that's kind of what protects it. And just, living your life, dude. There's so many things that we are interested in and that you will see here on this channel. Guns, freedom, the politics stuff, just hanging out, chilling, being goofballs, old nostalgic stuff, video games, obviously music, the guitars, the amps, and then not only just the guitars.
We're both men of very many hobbies.
Yeah, too many hobbies.
Too many. It's very problem.
It costs so much money.
And the problem is, I don't know where I want to go with my day, which one I want to focus on. It's just, it's.
But it's good though. It is good to an extent, because you always have something. You got something to fall back on, because sometimes you get burnt out a little bit on some shit, and you're doing something too much.
I mean, you never get burnt out on guns.
No, well, you never get burnt out on a lot of things. Like, really, I don't think I could get really burnt out on guitars or like knives or guns or gear.
Especially when it comes to learning, man.
Yeah, learning. That's the most fun part about it.
Learning about new shit.
That's the most fun part about it.
Just learning a new skill, learning how this works, how that's the biggest thing. Like 3D printing. Yeah, we're learning how this works. You're getting more. You're getting more into technology somewhat, because you're completely.
Yeah, I'm technologically inept for sure.
But,
for sure, 100%.
You're great with them. You got a lot of information on the guns.
Right.
Now, technology part.
Right.
And hopefully we'll get further into that.
Yeah.
For you, at least.
Yeah. Well, I mean, still, you're a guru by my standards.
And that's scary.
Probably anybody out here. But this is the thing. I honestly, even though I'm not that much older than you, I did grow up in a different time.
Yeah.
Like, the internet was not even a thing.
Yeah.
Like, I grew up when the internet was just a thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Well, I mean, look at it now. This is the scary part.
Well, even I started off with the internet. The first time I ever used the internet, it was dial-up. Still,
yeah. I was alive when the internet didn't even exist. Bro.
I know.
Think about that.
I wasn't.
Think about that. Look at it. But you got the power of the whole internet in your pocket, bro.
When do you think the first time you actually got on, utilized the computer in your life? Estimate-wise.
At SKU, probably at least 3rd to 5th grade. And then at the same time, probably was fucking on AOL, LOL BRB or whatever,
I remember that shit too.
So,
No, I think for me, the first time using a computer, other than like maybe my grandma had one and I like turned it off or something for her, but like the first time I actually utilized the computer myself was 3rd grade.
Yeah, that's like what I said.
Yeah, but
well,
even though we're
like older than
you. Yeah, so yours was before my time. So there's probably a lot more that wasn't there yet, you know. Yeah, 100%. Like when I started using computer,
dude,
like
Facebook
was already
you ever
a thing
play
when
Oregon
I first
Trail?
used I did not.
Oh my goodness! You got to fucking download the Oregon Trails onto this motherfucker and play that shit all the way start to finish till you make it. Because that if you have grown up not playing Oregon Trail on the fucking computer, bro, if you have not died of the sepsis or you didn't drown your whole family from crossing the river, you got too much buffalo meat in the goddamn wagon. Because it's so fun to just go out there and shoot shit. You can go buy your guns at the fucking general store and shit, get all your ammo and set it up. And that was my problem. I always had too many guns, too much ammo, and then too much meat from hunting, and then somebody died of the dysenteries or whatever. But shout out to Oregon Trail, dude. That if you haven't grown up
never played Doom, bro.
What the fuck,
yeah,
dude?
Never have.
How have you not played Doom?
Okay, so should we get into video games, bro?
We're on it now.
We're on it already, I guess. So the first video game that I ever fucking played was Pokemon Sapphire.
Catch 'em all.
It was Pokemon
STDs.
Sapphire.
What? Pokemon Sapphire?
Sapphire.
I was alive before Red and Blue came out.
I know. The first game I ever played was Sapphire. And even when I started playing it, that was old shit when I started playing that already. There was already new generations.
Yeah, it's about Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald is where about I tap out. Like, I played some of the newer shits. I got the emulators on my phone.
But I had Sapphire everything from, like, 2nd grade up until I think it was 7th grade when I got the next game. That was when I got my DS.
Was it the next game in order, or was it the newest game at the time?
It was the newest game at the time.
So it didn't even make sense?
Yeah, no, it didn't. Like, I didn't go in order whatsoever just because I didn't have the capabilities. But, well, at least I never bought the games. I was broke as fuck. But
you should have got a job, dude. You non-contributing member of society.
7 years old, 8 years old.
So what? Go cut some grass or some shit. That's what's wrong with America today.
No, the problem was my focus wasn't on video games when I had money. Somebody else can buy me a video game. I'm fine with that. I didn't want to spend my money on video games. It just wasn't what I did. In the meantime, though, I played some of those MMORPG type shits, dude, on the compute. So I was a nerd and shit.
Such as World of War?
No, I never played World of Warcraft. No. Because again, World of Warcraft cost money, right?
I'm pretty sure a lot of that shit is free.
World of Warcraft costs money to download in the first place. And they got all the expansion packs that you need to get. And like,
what about the Warhammer
more money,
40K or whatever the fuck? Like them shits that people be painting. That was big back in my day. People would be painting them little figurines.
It's still
Saul posted about Saul of the Pew Pew Dudes. Shout him out. Check him out. He posted shit. He looked like he painted.
Spending entirely too much time like on like the story shit on YouTube and like Facebook and shit, where it's showing all these random videos. Like I've seen some of that shit. Like there's motherfuckers that are sitting here painting like thousands of the figures that they 3D printed all over the place. But no, I played like
they're cool looking little figurines.
Yeah, they are. They are really cool. Like even if I'm not into the game, like it'd be cool to have. But like I also don't have the patience to sit there and paint one.
Yeah, but like that's part. That's part of it, right? Because you can make it unique. Yeah. You can make it as realistic as you want. Like I had a buddy that shout out to Mark Nugent. I don't think he's
talking about me doxing motherfuckers.
Nobody.
Like, you're out here with the first and last name. I just said Emma. Like,
shout out to Mark Nugent. I think he's currently racing Toyota Celicas somewhere, honestly. And he's got like a little
on a track.
Yes, probably,
maybe.
But he's the one who like I found out that this shit even existed from. Like I was like, but like I thought it was like it's definitely some nerd.
100%. But like some D&D type
but
shit.
I'm more naturally as a person like a creative, artistic. Like I can appreciate that. I used to draw. 100%. I used to paint. Like I do music shit. I do whatever. But like, remember when we had the competition? I won the shit out of that competition.
I didn't even try.
She thought she was gonna give me the smoke, and all y'all got the smoke.
I never even tried.
Yeah, that's what I was.
I don't draw. I don't. But I've tried. I'm terrible.
You got to learn how to draw, bro.
I mean,
you got to draw quick. I wish you would. Give me a reason.
I wish I could.
Yeah.
But
the whole thing about it is that like it's super cool.
Yeah.
Like the whole idea and the concept of like just that being a reality.
Now,
like
I would definitely do some like Halo figures, dude. Print out some Spartans, paint those all custom, dude.
It's the same shit.
I know.
They're literally space marines.
But the thing is, that's something that
what I was getting
that's something
at,
that I am interested
Mark
in.
Nougat showed me the world of Warhammer, dude. I never played. I never understood how to play. There's the in-game, like in-person, you roll the you roll the dice and shit.
Rolling his dice regularly.
Right. Somebody's got to do it. But and then there's also like that on the computer, or I think they even have like the controller game, like PS, Xbox, whatever. But like it's a pretty big thing. But like what I appreciate about it the most is because for one, what the fuck's wrong with playing a board game? Like I'm totally down to play a board game. It's like Stratego or fucking Monopoly or whatever the fuck else. Doesn't matter. We played the Star Wars shit. So who cares? So it's a board game, so that's fun. And a lot of the times that makes you think more than shit that you're just sitting here staring at a screen, pushing random buttons that you memorized. But then also, it's the art. Like all of these dudes, like sit there for painstaking hours and paint, and they put gravel or grass or tree or different random shit in the and like the battle worn fucking armor and the fucking guns. Like the detail is incredible. Yeah, and that's what I appreciate.
And I appreciate that.
I respect that. I respect that a lot.
I mentioned that I come across these videos.
Mm-hmm.
I also always end up watching them.
It's hard not.
It's interesting.
Especially
it's cool.
when you see what it starts at. It's the blank little gray.
It's the little gray motherfucker, and then all of a sudden it looks like some real, like it looks realistic a lot of the times. Like it's.
I don't know where they get the thin enough paintbrushes.
I don't. They're using their own hair. They're pulling a hair out of their head, and like they have to be. I don't have any other reasoning for it. But no, but like I never played like the World of Warcraft or Warhammer or anything like that. What I started off with was my dad back when he used to like me. He was that long ass time ago, but he played Diablo 2 a lot, right?
That's a classic,
and honestly I'd still play the game right now. I would play it. I should get it on this computer because I know this computer will definitely run Diablo 2.
It will also run the original Doom, which you have to play all the way through and win with a perfect score to unlock all the extra benefits shit, so you get the full experience.
But I started with that, and then my dad got into this game. It was called Jade Dynasty. It was actually written along a line of books that were actually like Chinese books or something, I think. And it was awesome. I played that game for years. Then
what was the game about? You're like some
samurais? It's basically set like it's basically World of Warcraft, but it was free. Like they had the same concept, same layout and everything, same play style. But it was, if you actually followed the storyline of the game, it followed the books that were written. But I never paid attention to that. I just focused on...
because you couldn't read, right?
Yeah, exactly. But no, like I did whatever I needed to do to level up to the max level, get as strong as I could, and my goal on it was PvP. Okay, I was just murking motherfuckers as much as I can. Most times getting murked myself because I was horrible. But I started that in like 5th grade, so I was 10 years old when I started playing it. Like 7th grade, my brother actually started playing that shit. But there was a few rules in the game, like shit you cannot do. One of which was to trade or sell accounts, right? So I wanted you to tell somebody, hey, send me $50 on PayPal, I'll sell you my login info, right? My brother is a fucking idiot. Still is to this day. To the point where my parents are going out of town and I got to babysit his ass this weekend. But, not really babysit, but go and check out on his ass even though he's fucking 20 years old. Right? But
today's youth, I tell you.
It's fucked up. I don't understand it. Like, I was left alone as a kid at fucking 13 years old. Like, the fuck. But, and I never, like, caused a problem, right? But, this motherfucker...
causing them now.
He was playing the game, and he was one that was... He's a dumbass, right? And he knows the one rule, the biggest rule in the game that will get you instantly banned is to trade accounts. This motherfucker, you had to literally pay real money to get this thing, this item, to allow you to chat in the world chat, where everybody from every single server will see this message that you sent.
Right.
And he ended up getting one and put a whole message for everybody from every server to see,
including the admins.
Including the admins, everybody will see this, to trade his account.
Now, how many doll hairs was he asking?
I don't even think he was trying to make any money off of it. I just think he was being stupid and trying to trade an account with somebody. Like, I don't think he was asking for any money to do so.
Like, what, you just swapping accounts?
Yeah, pretty much. So all the shit you worked for because he didn't fucking work for shit. I helped him out with everything. He didn't care.
It's kind of like me with you with the Rise of Kingdoms.
Yeah. Like, except you quit playing as soon as I caught up to your nubs. So you but because he did this, his account got banned. Okay. As well as the account he actually traded for. Right. Now, the biggest issue is when they ban accounts, because you obviously have numerous accounts at this point that you're trading, they ban your IP address.
And you got banned because...
So my account got banned, my dad's account got banned, my brother's account got banned, all the 4 other accounts that we had in between ourselves, because you don't just have one account, you have 2, so you can fucking trade amongst whatever, have both logged in at once. But everything got banned. That IP address entirely got banned.
So even though you're not allowed to be trading between accounts, you guys were automatically trading between accounts, but then you're also going to get mad about being banned for trading between accounts?
We had our own multiple accounts, so they were still our accounts.
Right, it's just still trading between.
You are allowed 2 accounts per person online at once.
How could you play the same game twice at one time?
Because I have one tab open and I have another tab open. That's 2 different windows.
You're doing shit on the one tab and then you're getting attacked on the other tab.
They're safe zones, bro.
Safe zones.
Yeah,
you would want a safe place.
So every single time, there are 8 different maps at the time where I was playing. Probably more now. But each map, the town was a safe zone. Once you went out of town, then you're open PvP. But there are also servers you could join
that are
non-PvP. So you're safe.
Just like Grand Theft Auto.
Exactly.
That's that pussy shit.
Yeah. But I never was on those.
Yeah, that's what I would say too.
But
non-PvP shit.
I just like killing motherfuckers. But
probably not something you say on
the internet. In game. I love killing motherfuckers in game.
They tried getting Kyle Rittenhouse on the fucking Call of Duty. So shit. You better watch out. What the fuck was the name of the game?
They also brought up fucking 4 Doors More Horrors, saying that was a problem. Now that's fucking fun.
God forbid they link the fucking Terribly Tactical channel Instagram.
Oh shit.
Or whatever. Anything that has Terribly Tactical involved.
But
I thought this was America. I'm Stan's dad and shit.
But I was so into the game that I then went from that, because I was banned from that.
Started dressing up.
No.
Wizards and shit with swords.
No, I never got that bad. But I actually downloaded a private server version of the game. Somebody else was running a server. It was all hacked shit, right? So it was easy as hell to upgrade to shit. Yeah, it's cheating 100%. But it was still the same game. Everything was the same. They had the same updates and everything at all the time. They kept up with it. And I played that for probably another 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, but without anyone else on.
No, there were I think there were 20,000 accounts on that game on just the private server I was on. It was the biggest private server for the game. It's called Monkey Dynasty.
Shout out to the Monkey Dynasty, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Shout out to
But they're actually done now. I don't think they're running it anymore. I don't even think Jade Dynasty is a game anymore. They shut down the servers.
Jade Dynasty.
It was a really fucking popular game, surprisingly.
I've heard of the Warhams. I've heard of the fucking World of Wars. I've heard of what's that other one that
I think there were on actually Jade Dynasty. There was 150,000 players on that game.
Enough, 150,000.
No, but still, for a game, that's a lot of people to be interacting with, and especially with MMORPGs and shit. It's a game where you're on regularly, and as far as the United States, they had servers for the U.S. for different countries and everything like that, But it wasn't like you had.
So would you have played? Was it a similar game? You build your fucking kingdom and fucking. Was it a similar thing to that?
So you build your character, and then you have alliances, right? Which is a big group of people who have agreed.
Similar to
idea.
Rise of
Exactly. You're not actually going through and building a town or village or a kingdom, anything like that, like Rise of Kingdoms was. Instead, you're building your character to the best of your ability.
But it does have somewhat of a storyline, but do you have impact on the storyline depending on how the decisions that you make?
No, the missions and quests you're given is what is
when you play Knights of the Old Republic, if you're a Star Wars fan, which I very much so am, like the Knights of the Old Republic games, like you could be on the light side, you could be on the dark side, you could be somewhere in the middle, and the choices that you make during the game, which you're free to do so, actually it determines the storyline, and I like that. I appreciate that. Grand Theft Auto's like that too, and like some other shit. Like you get to, what's the other one?
So we don't know what the fuck we were just talking about.
We have no fucking idea.
We got distracted by dogs sounding like they were killing each other.
Fighting. I took a piss break, but we're back now, and we appreciate all of y'all still being here.
Whatever we were talking about, I hope it was good.
Right, and we assume that it has been properly discussed, and there was an ending or a conclusion.
Hopefully, somewhere along
Probably the lines. Not. Honestly,
Probably not. No,
you think
but it is what it is.
Realistically.
We got what we got. You know?
And that's what you get as a result.
Hopefully
unfortunately.
Like
Unfortunately.
Or don't like it, whatever.
Right.
Just comment, like, and subscribe.
Right. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Make sure you ring that notification bell, subscribe.
Whether you like it or not.
Share it with all your friends and family. Whether we understand that you might be ashamed of us here as people that you wouldn't want to represent yourself as. Being the content creators.
I don't want to represent myself.
I don't exactly, but somebody's got to do it, right? Yeah. So we appreciate all of your patronship, or how would you say it?
I don't know, loyalty, bro.
Your loyalty breeds royalty, bro. Like we could rise our kingdoms together, dude. That's what we were talking about. We were talking about the fucking it always leads back, dude. The fucking we could rise our kingdoms together. We're talking about the fucking the Jade Dynasty or whatever, the Monkey Dynasty, Jade Dynasty, but whatever the fuck. But yeah
that's what we talking.
I just want to, dude. My kingdom was so risen before you joined, and then I was playing. Listen, I was playing Rise of Kingdoms because they got me with the fucking ads on the YouTube videos. Fucking, I'm surprised I'm not playing Raid Shadow Legends. Email contact info in the link below if you want to send out a paycheck.
It's not allowed.
No. But the fucking... I was rising the kingdom on the Rise of Kingdoms. It's actually... Those kind of games are fun. They also have like a World War I, World War II version of it. It's basically the same thing, but it's like modernized. You got guns and planes and shit.
You know
and that's cool too.
It's fucking...
I did the Walking Dead shit. No, I played the World of Tanks. I'm really not a World of Tanks guy. I like having like little soldiers and shit.
I like it.
I don't have a tank, bro, but I can relate to somebody on the ground doing fucking this shit. So, either way, I did all the Walking Dead shit too, the zombie shit. I'm all about it. But like the fucking
Rise of King, dude.
Dude, listen, I've risen my kingdom, and then I was like, yo, dude, I know it sounds cheese. I downloaded this game. It's actually kind of legit. You should start playing with me. We could build an ally. It took forever for him to get on board and be like, yo, that actually sounds like a good idea.
Like 2 weeks.
No, but that's a lot of time when you're rising your kingdom, dude. My kingdom was so much risen already. And then it's like, and then so it was part of, and then like he didn't take it super serious, but then he started taking it seriously because I kept fucking talking shit. And then, like, at that point, I was like...
And you know my biggest thing is spite. Like, I'll do anything out of spite. Like, it's a problem.
Which is not the best character
It's a
trait
really
to
big
have.
problem. But like, if you tell me I'm not going to do something or I ain't shit at something, I'm going to fucking do it. I'm going to do it
your kingdom's weak as hell, bro.
And like, I won't take it. I won't take it. And so then, I started taking it seriously. Possibly more seriously than you.
You still got a weak-ass kingdom.
Still possibly more seriously than you.
Probs.
But...
I tried. I'm a busy man. I got about 18 jobs.
But after I was playing for about a month, this motherfucker quit right as I was coming up on his numbs.
No. He never attained my numbs for one.
I surpassed your numbs.
You've never surpassed my numbs once. No.
I got like 3 times as far as you did into the game.
No.
I surpassed your numbs well over what I was
expecting. Never once.
No, I was, dude.
Lying
it is what it is, dude. It is what it is, dude. You don't have to believe it, bro. You quit for a reason, bro.
I quit for a reason.
You gave up on the Rise.
If anything, that would be a benefit to me and my alliance. My kingdom is still rising.
Your alliance wasn't even your alliance.
My alliance was
you joined a group that you were in.
Yeah, and they were fucking with me. To the alliance and then I joined you. We had a strong ass alliance.
I had these motherfuckers' numbers.
Yeah, because you fucking took it. I work a job. God forbid. I work a job.
Hey, get her on this shit.
I'm looking at the wrong shit. You got too many things.
Dude.
The fucking.
We still got the target up there for you, dude. You know where to aim. Your face, not a gun. Please not. But speaking of guns, there we go. And back into the 3D printing stuff, which we never talked about the 3D printing either. We never talked about.
We never talked about it.
We never talked about it.
We never talked about it.
It's a prob, because I did want to bring up, as most of you had probably already seen in the recent short that was made, how I got a secondary 3D printer. Unfortunately, that 3D printer is going to be delayed a little bit longer, as I got this from a discount shop where it was used, appeared to be an Amazon return. Used very lightly. Got it at a steal, though. And it was missing a couple. First, I noticed the ZX coupler was missing. I got those. Then as I was finishing putting it all together after that, I realized the bolts hold the Z-axis motor are missing as well. So I had to order those now as well. So it's going to take a few more days to get that finished. I did get all the upgrades fixed. It already came with the upgraded hot end, all metal hot end. Got the all metal.
That's just whatever end I'm at.
Got the DL touch on it, the auto bed leveling, and then I also upgraded the Bowden tube on it already. And the springs. I got the new springs too.
You said you upgraded the fallopian tube?
The Bowden tube.
Oh,
dude.
Okay.
I got some more over there if you want to do it to your shit, dude. But
I don't even know what the fucking Bowden tube is, dude.
But leading to 3D printing, and possibly the reason why you don't know what a Bowden tube is, we have a few 3D printed parts on this here 300 Blackout.
We sure do.
Power Pony Pistol Budget Black.
This is the Triple P Double B. You down with PPP? Yeah, you know me. This is the Poverty Pony Pistol Budget Blaster. If you guys are not familiar, feel free to check out the Terribly Tactical channel. We go over this. I got several videos.
And I got a couple lives too.
A couple lives. But this is a couple mainstream videos. There are more updates to come. This is actually further progress than is currently released on video on the Terribly Tactical channel. So you guys are getting a sneak preview
into this shit,
sneak peek, dude.
For anybody else.
That's what I'm saying.
Followers,
and that's what
true loyal people.
That's what you get here on the Shooting
loyal
the Poop
bros and broettes.
Right. Which
watching
is
these videos,
basically which is Barb. Shout out to Barb Hayes.
We know you're watching. Thank you so much.
Shout out to Barb.
You're the 5% of female viewers that we have.
We do appreciate it. But yeah, so it's basically the whole concept for, a quick little overlay is $450 you have to build an AR pistol. Doesn't matter the caliber, doesn't matter the brand, doesn't matter the whatever, but a complete functioning AR pistol for $450. I am not complete. I still have some stuff on order that has not come in yet. But 3D printed brace, which is awesome. This is basically a clone of the CAC fin style brace. You have your sling mounts, all that stuff. Super sturdy. Locks in with an M8.
Yes.
M8 bolt. And it's adjustable, right? It's not quick adjust, but like it's adjustable. You can unscrew it, set it at whatever stock. Yeah. I like to run it short because for one, it's a shorter gun. I'm going to keep it in a bag, a backpack, or whatever under the seat of the truck. Plus, when you have armor on, that adds to the length of pull. I have a video coming out on the Terribly Tactical channel just about that. It's a 300 Blackout. It's a 7.5-inch upper. We've got the Aero Precision AG6 muzzle brake on there, right? AG6? VG6. VG6.
Got that upside down and shit.
Yeah. That is the VG. This is a 3D printed front sight post with a fiber optic. You take a fiber optic. This is actually a Kimber 1911 front sight fiber optic that it fits perfectly in the hole. You put a little glue on there. You got the 3D printed brace. And then you've got, this is a tack pad grip. We got Anderson lower parts kit, carry handle upper. Which is nice because when you do have the 3D printed front sight, there's no adjustability to it. So having your elevation and your windage in the rear sight, which is what you get with a carry handle.
Which is fucking genius in my opinion.
Right.
I didn't even think about that.
Right. So, you could have the one carry handle that would work on any of the guns that you were 3D printing, manufacturing. Again, buy a 3D printer, you can get one for less than $200. That's what I'm using, is a standard Ender 3 from Creality. You got...
Even with the upgrades on this one? Under $200. Even
under
with the piece that I had to replace, it's me under $200.
And this is a 300 Blackout.
V2.
This is a 300 Blackout AR pistol. Okay, so with 300 Blackout, it was intended to be suppressed. So in the shithole state of Illinois that we live in, we cannot suppress such things. But Depends how constitutionally you live, which we always advise everybody to live as constitutionally as they feel comfortable.
Yep.
Anyway, with supersonic ammunition, this is on par somewhat to the 7.62x39. Which is also kind of funny because it is a Bear Creek Arsenal side-charging upper, which is cool. It's the first time I've ever experienced anything like this. I actually rather do like it. I'm an AK guy, and so putting in the mag, rolling the gun, and racking the charging handle is fine and intuitive for me, but at the same time, it still does have
that
a
would
bolt
be a
release.
Reciprocating charging handle as well, right?
It is reciprocating, but it also at the same time acts as a forward assist, too. You can smack on that thing. But
the only thing that I would knock that on slightly is having the charging handle bolted into place. Because especially the reciprocating charging handle with that constant motion back and forth, I'm assuming that's a mistake. I feel like that'd be a little
but you have to take this out to take it out the back.
I know. But with a lot of side chargers, they're locked into place on the bolt, or when they're put into place, they're not able to be moved by the receiver anyways. Unless your receiver completely breaks.
I don't know.
I feel like that's a little bit better of a design.
Either way, I don't know. We have zero testing on this so far. But huge shout out to Bear Creek Arsenal for sending the upper. They did send the upper without the 3D printed sight, without the arrow brake, without the carry handle, without anything else. They sent just the upper, the 300 Blackout 7.5-inch upper side charger. They sell it on their website for, I believe, $199.99. So $200, you can get yourself a complete functioning upper. You don't have to worry about a charging handle or anything. It's built into the gun. It is extended. It works, and that's the other thing too. So like this, obviously, I could reload like an AK and run it, but it also still maintains the paddle. So I could still reload it like an AR, and it doesn't even matter that it has a charging handle, other than the fact that it reciprocates when you're firing. But even with a magwell grip,
that's not going to interfere. No.
Taking a magwell grip, and especially with this setup with the carry handle, you could use this screw as like a thumb rest, as an accelerator pad, as a leverage against recoil, and actually pull the gun into yourself while pushing forward. And it's actually a pretty nifty little setup.
Yeah.
I love the way that this turned out so far because it looks like a
300 shooting supers. It should be a pretty flat shoot.
Right, but even with subs, dude, down the hallway, little home defense gun, a little truck gun, you're in and around vehicles.
Especially that brake, too.
30 caliber is going to have better barrier blindness than some other calibers, like a 5.56 or a 2.23. It's going to go through glass better. It's going to go through sheet metal better. It's going to go through, shit cars. Vehicles are made out of better. It hits a little bit harder, and it is way better for suppression. But just overall, it just looks like a little Colt Commando old sub gun. It looks like a little short gun from Vietnam or whatever.
It's really fucking
and
cool,
it's super cool, dude. It looks sick as fuck, and hopefully it works as good as it looks. Because honestly, I have no reason to believe that it doesn't.
I was expecting the side charger for it to be like the upper to look a little bit different, but realistically, other than the back end where the charging handle is supposed to be, it looks pretty much the same. Like, it keeps the same profiles and everything. That's really cool to me.
Yeah. But I love the carry handle. Yeah. People sleep on the carry handle, dude. The carry handle is probably one of the most durable sighting systems you can have on an AR-15 style rifle.
Hate on the carry handle.
I could carry the.
I think the problem is everybody sees the cheap ass carry handles right now, right? Because the well-made carry handle, especially a bolt-on carry handle, it's a totally different story. Nothing near the same as the cheap $20, $30 carry handles you're going to find on Amazon, right?
Yeah.
It's not the same, and it's going to be much. I still not the biggest fan of the bolt-on carry handles. I'd rather have a built-in upper with a carry handle.
But then that does limit you from being able to put a dot,
you can't
a flip up,
or anything like
a dot, a magnifier, a dot, a magnifier, flip up.
For me, if I'm running a carry handle, I'm dedicating this firearm to irons. Like I don't. Even though that is, like we mentioned earlier when we were looking at it, basically a quick detach with the bolts and everything. You can pull that off, swap it.
It just looks
whenever
cool,
you can.
Dude.
It looks amazing.
It looks super freaking cool.
But if I were to dedicate a carry handle to a rifle, if I were to actually put a carry handle on a gun, I would basically be dedicating only to the carry handle. I wouldn't have the intentions of putting a dot on there.
And neither am I.
Yeah.
But you could get the mount that goes into the carry handle, bolts into this little circular right there, and then pushes it forward like Meprolite, makes some old school type of shit.
Yeah.
You get all types of shit. I am adding This is just a placeholder right now. It's 3D printed, but it also, I mean, it does have fiber optic. And honestly, it would be zeroable because of the rear sight, the carry handle having both elevation and windage, so it would be perfectly functional. That being said, I'd like to know the difference between running like an A2 on this and then a ported brake like this VG6, because that might be more abrasive towards the 3D printed filament and wear it more or crack it or blow it off the gun.
Everything coming right out the front, especially.
Right, it's coming boom and then boom. And it's right here. And the way that the rail is recessed here.
And the top is even more restrictive than the sides too. So it's more like most come out the sides. Yeah. Plus you have a little bit of that bolt section too sticking out. The handguard is recessed, like you mentioned. Yeah. It shouldn't be an issue, realistically.
You would think, but you never know. Yeah. And you wouldn't know if you didn't test it. Yeah, that's true. So, but this is the thing: you can 3D print a lot more shit than you think. Yeah. That would actually be functional. Like this brace, this is damn near the same shit as what you buy over the counter at your local gun shop or online for $30 to $50. Yeah. And you could make as many as you want. You could have them any color you want. You can modify them and put on special gadgetry that you need for your unique circumstance. You can do the pistol grips, sights, almost immediately. You can do whatever. You could print the whole lower, and then guess what? There's no paperwork because there's no serial number, there's no track record, and you can live your life freely. And you cannot stop the signal. These files are readily available on the interwebs. You can get a 3D printer for $150 to $250 and have a solid one. I recommend the Ender 3. Anything from the Ender 3 series, the original, the V2. Whatever the fuck.
I still think the V2 is definitely a worthy upgrade.
For sure. But if you got $169.95, you get the regular. I print on the standard Ender 3. I honestly meant to buy the one that he bought. But this is one thing. It did fuck up a little bit on the front of the print, dude. But I should show him the other thing from the other night. That shit was the cleanest print. That was cleaner than anything I've ever seen you print. Well, you ain't done yet. That's not even halfway done.
It's not going to finish. I definitely do not have enough film.
You just jinxed it, too.
No, look at that fucking roll. It's definitely not enough film.
Yeah, definitely not.
It might be enough to get to the point where I was talking about, where it would still be function, I'll just have to alter the design a little bit.
Huge shout out to the Bear Creek Arsenal, though, real quick. 100%. Okay, because they did send out the upper for free. That's awesome. Like, I'm a nobody, nothing from nowhere. And for y'all to give me and my small channel a chance and give me, the wherewithal and the opportunity of sending some stuff out. Like, I get to keep this. This is my upper now. This is the first 300 Blackout I've ever owned. I've never had a 300 Blackout because here in the shithole state of Illinois, you can't have suppressors. No. So 300 Blackout. You wouldn't
spend your money on it.
Right, because 300 Blackout
not worth it
was invented to be suppressed. Yeah. That being said, though, I do appreciate being a huge fan of 7.62x39, the 30 caliber projectile, and that's basically the 5.56 cartridge, the case, and the 7.62x39 projectile, for all intents and purposes, had a baby, came together, and you do have some good ballistics, especially on a shorter gun. You don't lose as much going to a 7 or an 8 or a 9-inch barrel with a 300 as you do a 5.56. Yeah. The 5.56 drops off pretty much anywhere after 10.3 inches, where the 300 and 7.62x39 naturally is still better ballistically sound with the shorter barrels. That's where you get your Dracos and different stuff like this. Yeah. And this is just super cool, and it's different. 300 Blackout is exorbitantly expensive. It's hard to come by. I was lucky enough to get a couple boxes for free donated by Kevin. Shout out to Kevin. Which supposedly Kevin is posting shooting videos even in and of himself. To the BF, whatever the fuck.
2142.
2142. We should shout out BF 2140. Is that what it is?
Yes.
2142. Shout out BF 2142. Go subscribe. That's Kevin. We work with him at the gun shop, or I work with him at the gun shop.
I hope he doxed the dude like that, bro.
He knows who he is. And so does everybody else now.
Now, yeah.
But yeah. And shout out Bear Creek Arsenal. Shout out the Poverty Ponies. If you're out there rocking a Poverty Pony, that's what we're doing. This is still not even a complete build. I still have a real metal front sight coming that's almost identical to this. I also have like a Firefield D-ball coming with a pressure pad that has both a laser and a light option. So now I have a secondary night-capable aiming device as well as night or low-light illumination with the flashlight. It's only 180 looms, but for a short gun and 300 blackout, perhaps even shooting subsonic ammo with the heavier grain to hit harder up close, I'm not going to be shooting that far to begin with. So, you know, outside of the truck, down the hallway, whatever, and we're going to see.
50 yards all fucking day easily,
hopefully it even fucking cycles subsonic ammunition. Everybody was talking about, oh, well, with the subs, you might have to, but I don't know, because the buffer tube and the buffer spring is standard 5.56. And, you know, there's just no telling. Either way, even if it's supersonics, I'm still not losing that much ballistically, and, like, I'm still gonna, it's a gun, bro. Like, it's a short little handy gun that has pretty good ballistics.
As we said many times, if it shoots once, that's enough.
Right.
Most
I could pick up some other shit. But, like, just the 3D brace, you'd be surprised. This 3D brace, again, is 110% usable, functional, flexible. I could hold the gun up by it. It's bolted in by a screw. Like, it is damn near 89% as good as the real deal thing, and it cost you a couple bucks and a few hours it in on a 3D printer. The sight literally took 2.5, 3 hours to print. You drop in a little fiber optic filament, you've got a front sight. Obviously, you'd have to have some adjustment in the rear sight or something like that to get it zeroed, but you have something. It's better than nothing. And if you go out there and shoot it on paper and get a zero, okay, I'm 6 inches low and 5 inches left or whatever, at least you have a bearing of Kentucky windage. So now you hold that much high and you hit where you want. If you had to do it, we're not saying this is preferable, but if you had to do it, if this was the only way you get, they're trying to ban this shit all the time, every single day. Constantly. If you can make it yourself at home and be self-sustaining, self-sufficient, you collect rainwater in the backyard in a 55-gallon drum. You fucking, whatever, you know what I'm saying? So you use your dryer lint as fire-starting material. Everything is a renewable resource. Reduce, reuse, recycle, improvise, adapt, overcome, whatever the fuck it is. Be able to do it yourself. Because you cannot bet that tomorrow you can turn on the interwebs and order whatever gun shit that you need. That shit could be banned like that overnight, especially the online shit. So by you being able to print your own accessories, you could literally make this whole gun 3D printed. And again, even if it works just for one shot. The Songbirds, the Liberators, completely 3D printed designs. In 380 even, in 22, the 3D printed cannon, 45 caliber cannon, 3D printed cannon. If you have not seen the video, check out the Terribly Tactical channel where we light off this 3D printed cannon at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning inside of a garage, shooting actual shot with powders that we should not have loaded it with.
No, there was definitely way too much in it.
But it held up. It's a functional. You could use that as a self-defense tool in and of itself. Indian, not the arrow. And that's some of the things that we preach here on the Terribly Tactical channel and the Shooting the Poop podcast a lot of the times, because this is the Poverty Pony pistol budget blaster. This is as cheap as they come. We're going to see how it works. We're going to give you guys updates. Okay, that's all going to be on the Terribly Tactical channel. There might be a couple vids here, obviously this one, involving such on the Shooting the Poop podcast, but you can get it done. Like, I've never shot this gun before. I've loaded it to make sure it's chambered and whatever, and like I checked it over and lubricated it and looked at it, whatever, and everything. The sights are as zero as I could get the sights for not sighting them in.
Not shooting it whatsoever.
But, like, you know what I'm saying? But, like, I feel like it feels right. Like, tell me you don't, it just feels, almost, this might be perfectly sighted in from the factory, as it were.
Yeah. I mean,
you know, just because it feels like it is. I mean, like, down the hallway,
in the house, down the hallway,
it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Inches off at
center mass,
yards,
it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. It can.
So, I mean, just something like this. But $450 or less. Honestly, in this configuration, I'm less than $450. I have more shit coming in for this. Again, the front sight is just a placeholder. So that's replaced with a aluminum version basically of this that bolts on. It was like $13, $14 you can get. Again, yes, if you have the money, you should spend the money on better gear.
Yes, 100%.
Better equipment, better make shit. How much is your life worth? But if you only had the concept of this is, for one, it's fun and it was see what you can do. And like, I am not offended at how this turned out. This is pretty sick. This is like, honestly,
No,
I've got, and this is not a flex, but I've got a lot of cool ass fucking guns.
Yeah.
And like this,
if you want to see them, check out the Terriblytactical channel.
This is fucking cool as fuck to me. Like this is like I'm most excited about this lately because this
is hilarious for a poverty phone.
Right.
But
it's cool.
You definitely do need to either reprint the front sight in black or wait.
No, I'm getting the whole new. It's coming tomorrow. Actually,
okay,
it's coming tomorrow.
So you're getting the new ones. So.
Yeah, this is just a placeholder. I just put that on there so I had something.
It would
but still, it's a proof of concept, though.
Like
it's a proof of concept, and it would work.
Even the colors match fairly well with the 3D printed shit and everything. Like as far as the brace with the rest of it, it looks great.
It's a good looking little gun, dude.
Sick. Like, especially really little added design of the little honeycomb.
Little honeycombs, dude.
Yeah, dude. It's
the honey, the cocoa for crispy puffs or whatever the fuck. But yeah, it goes to show, like, you literally could 3D print this entire thing and make it a 22 caliber or whatever, or even if it was like a 5.56 or a 300 or whatever, like it's possible. Like you could do this shit in your basement, in your living room, in your fucking office, in your bedroom. Like you could just have a 3D printer for less than $200 and like not ask permission anymore. Nope. Because that's the whole thing. Free men and women. There are only two genders. Do not ask permission, because if you do, that means you're not
demonetized, even though we're not yet monetized.
Yeah, no, we're 100% demonetized regardless. We might not.
We're never going to get monetized.
Which is why you got to stay tuned. Stay tuned. Oh, if there's any sponsorship possibilities out there, hit us up. We'll take a look at it. You know, no promise.
Red Bull,
right?
It doesn't give you wings. We got sued for that shit.
Right, they did. This might though.
Got a few free Red Bulls.
I did hear about that.
They sent free Red Bulls to anybody who had ever bought a Red Bull.
Right. If you signed up for that shit.
If you put in your address and shit and said you bought a Red Bull, because they got sued for telling people that Red Bull gives you wings when it does not factually give you wings. And somebody actually sued them for that and probably made millions.
That's the same thing about the McDonald's coffee being hot.
I know.
It's the same thing. So,
it's one of the scariest parts about freedom. They have the freedom to sue for stupid bullshit.
Well, they don't necessarily have the freedom to. I mean, everybody has the freedom to do everything. Yeah. But like frivolous lawsuits, typically, while people can do that shit, if it goes through, that's usually some stupid fucking shit.
Yeah, pretty much.
Which with the McDonald's hot coffee shit, that's some stupid fucking shit. I understand the technicality.
Order an iced coffee, motherfucker.
Right, but they're in different cups to regard. It's the clear cup.
Yeah, for the iced coffee.
With the iced coffee. And the styrofoam for the warm coffee. So
insulated. Hot, motherfucker.
Right. But it would also insulate it when it was cold, though, because you ever got a Slurpee and shit. So but for maybe a deaf blind person, which should not be driving through the drive-through of McDonald's to begin with.
Not at all.
But if that were to be the case,
dropped off and walked in.
If that right, well. Either way.
Like the guide dog and shit, right? It's all right.
In theory, if that were to be the case, I could see it. But if the person that sued McDonald's over the coffee being hot and not saying the coffee was hot was not deaf and blind or dumb or retarded, or you know what I'm saying? Like, that was the actual clinical term for it. Retardation is a clinical term. Suck my ass, motherfuckers.
Yes.
But, like, regardless, whatever PC bullshit you want to put on there.
But it offends people in the way that it was used. How dare you?
I'm offended how this country acts here in 2021, 2019. Fuck, this ain't America no more, motherfucker. We're trying to bring it back, but y'all got to step up.
I mean, the whole term of mentally retarded makes sense.
Right.
Your mental development is slowed
down. Yeah.
That is literally.
I had a gym teacher, fucking Mr. Dvorak, in fucking, it was like 5th, 6th grade. And if you were late to the class, he would call you tardy. If you were tardy twice, guess what you were? Retardy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that.
So we were sophomore year, my guidance counselor asked me if I was fucking retarded. Because I had a D in health.
I would have just
her words exactly
D for diabetes.
Shoot, her words exactly were, "Are you fucking retarded? How do you have a D in health?" And I told her, because I'm just a smart ass. Well, all I need on the final exam, is a 95, and I got a C. If I got a 98 or higher, I got a B. What's the problem? This is what I got on the test, on the final exam, health class, because it's so fucking stupid the shit they ask you.
A B+.
A 99.
A 99.
Got that B from the D, dude.
Yeah, you did, dude. I bet. Old extra light in the low for ass, extra fruity ass. We don't judge you if you're gay, unless your name is Tactical Skay. Seriously, it looks like we planned this, dude. We got the limited edition Terribly Tactical Boob Time hoodie, in case any of y'all out there watching did not understand what this was. But then also the Boog Flag, come and take it. If you would like to see more Boog Flag footage, you can check out the Terribly Tactical channel. But yeah, I mean, this is just the way that we live our lives, dude. And that's how we're encouraging.
On this live stream is the first time anybody's even seen me wearing this shirt.
This is not even live.
The hoodie all day. It's not even a live stream.
It's pre-recorded,
dude. It's a pre-recorded.
It's a pre-recorded pod.
I'm sorry.
Like, share, comment, subscribe.
Fucked up. But just shoot me, bro. I fucked up. I don't say no more.
But yeah, dude.
This is the first time anybody's seen it on the podcast.
It's a reveal, dude. This is a
I
late.
put it on this morning. I put the hoodie on.
He didn't even think about it because that's how he lives. That's how he lives. That's just normal every day. Like, he's not trying to make a statement. His life, his existence is the statement because it's just free men and women do not ask for mesh.
You know,
that's what it is. You can't. You live the way that you live. Who is the government to tell you how to live your life? Who is the government to tell you what to wear on your face? Who is the government to tell you what to inject into your body? They're not shit. The government, in theory, works for us. We, the people. Somehow in this country, we've lost that.
We are supposed to be the boss of this shit.
Like, we pay the taxes. The government has zero money without us.
Yeah.
So that's the thing, though, is we've become so comfortable and complacent and lazy that we now are bowing down and cucking to the powers that should not be. Not us, and probably not most of y'all watching this, but people in this country and all over the world are just giving in. They're giving up their freedom in exchange for safety, which you know what happens every time? You don't get neither, and you don't deserve it either. So learn from history has a tendency to repeat itself.
They're ever going to get their freedoms back.
No,
and that's the thing. Saying,
it's temporary.
Oh, it's just gonna for 2 weeks.
2 weeks to flatten the curve. How many weeks has it been, motherfucker?
And then it'll all be back again. We just have to stay home. Don't go out. Wear your mask.
Don't cough on your dog.
Don't talk to your family. We can do video chats. You know, it'll be fine.
That's what we're doing now.
Yeah. We are really.
We're feeding into the scamdemic propaganda.
But the thing is, we're also still not following the rules.
I've never followed the rules once. This is what I gotta say about your rules. If you got some rules, motherfucker, come and find me. That's what it is personally.
But they thought when they were told 2 weeks to it'll only be 2 weeks. Oh, it's just gonna be another week. Oh, it's just another week. Oh, it's just another month. It's okay.
That's what scares me.
It's just another logic. Maybe by 2025 we might actually be free again.
No, because this is the new normal. You have to get adjusted to the new normal.
Now it's just normal. It's different. Yeah, you have to wear a mask anytime you're in public, you know, just because you got to be scared of everything that fucking exists.
I'm scared.
I'm scared. I'm scared of the fucking idiots in this country.
That's exactly
what I'm scared of.
Because they're the ones who seem to be controlling everything.
Exactly. That's a horrible, horrible truth. It's all fucked.
It's all fucked. We somehow usually always end up back to the fact
always.
It's all... Which is why beans, bullets, Band-Aids, people probably have them, know how to use them.
Over 2 hours before we actually talked about
2 hours.
Shit, surprisingly enough.
Well, this is the thing. I mean, we got to lead them into that because the Shooting the Poop podcast people might not be the same.
Everybody's into the guitars. Everybody's still into the guns.
Right.
And then we bait them in here with all the last 2 hours.
This is explained to people out there. This is the thing. Scales has been contending with himself. He is literally by nature, in and of himself,
a lizard
Scales.
Person.
He's a lizard.
I am.
He might be the king of the lizard people.
Maybe.
He's colluding with the Illuminati. At the shape and shit, it's weird.
They ain't talked to me directly yet.
Right. But telepathically, right. iPhone and shit is
they place in the walls.
Right.
You know,
yeah. But
we're in contact.
There's I know Win Model 88, shout out Win Model 88, and a bunch of you other motherfuckers out there. I believe who was a couple of Christian constitutionalists. There's a couple other motherfuckers out there that are interested in the bugs and the reptiles and the lizards and the turtles and all that. And so am I. I just don't want to touch them and shit. I don't want them crawling on me all creepy and shit. But, like, I can appreciate them as being animals and different, you know, they have them different, like they all got, it's kind of like Pokemon we were talking about. They all got their own little movesets and shit, their special shit. Like, it's really, that's obviously where they got the idea.
To each one.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's cool. I could appreciate all that. I don't want no tarantulas crawling on me, but I can appreciate that, hey, there's spiders big enough that jump up 30 feet in the air.
This podcast has 200,000 views within a week of posting it. He's holding a Deathstalker Scorpion.
It's never going to happen. So
no, it's not. Exactly.
Somebody with hacking powers
Somebody
makes
will
it happen. That's fine. Whatever. We appreciate that. Yeah. Somebody YouTube.
You might die, though.
Yeah. Whatever.
I'll take over the channel. It's all right.
No, I was going to leave it.
I'll keep it going. I mean,
that's what I figured. As much, honestly. But yeah, the fucking... There's a market out there for it. And he thinks that nobody wants to hear about the lizards and the scorpions and the fucking tarantulas and the fucking tortoises.
You already know my point of the conversation was that I believe that this channel should be more so for shit that we're both into. Whereas I want
everybody's in. It's not about it's about us. Listen,
but it should be a joint effort in things we both are interested in. We're both talking about, right?
How many snake butts I touch? I ain't never touched a snake butt or two.
One multiple times.
No, I've touched several snake butts.
Okay, maybe two.
2 to 5.
One time you came into the shop and you touched another snake butt.
No, I feel like I've touched at least 3 to 5.
You might have touched the one snake butt too. No, one of the ball python snake butts.
There was like at least, and then there was that one with the chick with the thing around her neck, and she kept giving me. I touched that snake butt too. So it's at least 3 snake butts that I've touched. Like, I don't trust them. I think they're creepy crawls. Well, like, a lot of people fuck with them.
But 200,000 likes and you're touching a Death Sucker
This is the thing. I am Terribly Tactical. You are Tactical Scales. We all have our own unique intricacies and different shits that we're involved in that is separate from each other. There's a lot of shit that coincides with each other that we both are into. You know, guitars, guns, freedom, fucking 3D printing, just living our lives.
Enough to make a question of whether or not you're actually my dad.
Right, he might actually be my son.
It's weird. I mean, he's only what, fucking 7 years older than I am.
It's possible.
I guess 7 years old,
but whatever, dude. Whatever, dude.
It makes sense why they wouldn't put you on the
slanging it, dude. But straight out here slanging it. But the thing is like we're ourselves, but the team together though, like that only exists because you are you and different, and I am me and different. Yeah. So we need that both collaboratively, dude. People want to hear about the reptiles. People want to hear about the tactical scales.
I'll make some reptile content.
And there's also the Tactical Scales channel, which is not fully operational, but will or could be potentially in the future. So make sure you subscribe to that. Ring the notification bell so you don't miss the first video, which you do still owe us. You owe Nepo Gun Talk.
I do have to record.
That's fucked up that you still... Better not be you pooping and shit.
Could have made one hell of a video earlier than that. But
I bet.
That was scary almost. But it will be done.
Sounds like a regular Tuesday night to me.
Yeah, I mean, you got that IBS shit.
Yeah, well, it's a medical condition. You can't blame me.
Fucking every time you go into the Rinks Gun and Sport, his ass is just walking out of the bathroom or something.
What, dude? Listen, it's...
Fucking
somebody else. I gotta take a call.
Somebody else got to go in there. You gotta wait a few minutes every time. It's problematic.
Everybody poops.
In the workplace environment, bro. Like
the workplace environment, I'm creating. I'm choosing violence.
Exactly.
I'm choosing violence in the workplace environment,
dude. Like, it's quite violent. From what I've heard.
Up now that you think. Listen, everybody poops, bro. There's a whole ass book written on it. Everybody poops.
There is. I have not read it.
Well,
I know it exists.
Probably should.
Yeah, I mean,
Cheyenne.
I hear it's a good read.
I
think Cheyenne has the book.
Cheyenne
has the book.
Is the fucking what the book was written on.
Yes, she's the one that really poops.
Right.
I think too often, but
she's got a healthy colon or whatever.
I believe she may also have the IBS. Probs. Cheyenne, stop.
But hers is the irritable bitchy syndrome. Like it's not the irritable.
She'll never watch it this far in. We're over 2 hours in. She'll make it like 30 seconds before she clicks off. Maybe. Yeah. You know, she'll find the first thing to talk shit about in the comments and she's gone.
Just hate for no reason. Like, that's fine.
Didn't even watch the amazingness that occurred afterwards.
Everybody's missing out. And majority, I would argue, people have not made it this far. If you've made it this far in this video,
we know our main peeps would have made it.
Our main peeps.
Number one, Mike. He's making it this far.
Mike is making it this far. Shout out to Mike.
After the live
supplying people with aqua. Yes. Okay, that you can't live without that. 3 days, I believe, is the extent. You know, so he's literally keeping y'all motherfuckers alive. Shout out to Mike.
Yeah.
He's listening. He listens to him in the truck. Shout out to Hank Williams. Hank Williams would listen to this shit all the way 100%. Through if he gets some signal in the goddamn boo-foo fucking forest he's living in.
Yeah.
Which I wish I was.
Yeah. But I also can't wait till we get him on here.
He's supposedly supposedly coming back this week, the end of this week or the beginning of next week. But there's really no telling. I've heard that a few times.
Yeah.
Nothing against Hank Willis.
No, we love you.
But you keep teasing us.
You just string it along, man, and just I can't handle the lies anymore.
Right, dude.
Like it's
right. You didn't even take us out to dinner first before you fucked us.
It's a problem, man. I mean, he did take us out to dinner many times.
But it was, we stayed in for dinner, but it was way better.
It was way better than any restaurant you could have gone to. But, and I'm waiting for it again.
And he don't even eat cabbage like that. You had his ass eating cabbage.
I was eating the cabbage, dude. I was
and
not
then paying for it later
of the cabbage, dude.
Paying for it later.
Cheyenne was paying for it later.
Y'all were both just pooping and shit. You guys were really shooting the poop. It's a shame we didn't have a podcast at the time.
Yeah, precisely.
But yeah, good times.
We should shoot a podcast by the grill.
We should shoot one outside of a bonfire. We should do all types of different shit.
Hank will cook it. We'll be on here for 3 hours.
Yeah, or that's bare minimum. Still on the grill, but somehow not overcooked. Later, somehow not right. Right. I don't know how he does it. Honestly, I think it's magic.
It's got to be. It's got to be. Like, there's no other way. Like, dude's just.
It is very impressive. That is the one thing. I'm glad I'm not the only one that's ever caught on to that.
Like the last time we were over there and he had cooked, and it's just we're sitting there, and how many times did we mention over a 3-hour period? Let's get the fixins going, you know?
Yeah.
And just
the vittles.
The vittles.
You got to get the vittles. Everybody gets some vittles.
But it didn't happen.
Didn't happen. Well, there was still scotch and whiskey to drink.
It would be said, and then another hour of stories from the great H. Williams, and then it'd be said again, and then another hour of great stories, and it'd be said again.
He gets you to the point where it's straight. You might almost die of starvation.
But, like, also you might just go home satisfied without eating shit.
Right.
But, like,
100%.
He would never let us leave hungry.
He teases you to get it, and it makes it that much better, I feel like. Because
it's
almost like a
grill,
reward.
you smell it the whole time.
But this is the most amazing part about all that is the fact that it is never undercooked. It doesn't matter how long it's cooked for.
Overcooked.
It doesn't matter how. It's not undercooked. It's not overcooked. It's just cooked perfectly every single time. And the time elapsing on the grill itself, or over the stove, or in the oven, or even in the microwave, dude. There's
sitting on the grill for 5 fucking hours.
5 hours, bro. The shits would have been fucking.
It's amazing.
Space food, dehydrated and shit.
I don't
on anyone else's grill. I don't know what the heat settings he's got adjusted to, but that shit is some otherworldly type of shit.
And it's like I don't understand it. Like I think I'm a decent cook. You have the same feelings, right? You think you're. I don't know how anybody can top or even match H. Williams.
I think
like,
I would say
go head to head against fucking Gordon Ramsay or some shit, bro.
Yeah.
Like he would win.
Well, it's the Philbillies, Am-A-Rasian Grill and Booze Emporium. It's the Philbillies.
I know it needs to happen. It really does.
A food truck, at least. Hopefully, we can get the channel big enough to where we make that a reality. If this channel gets big enough,
we will make that happen.
If the Terribly Tactical channel gets big enough, we'll make that happen. And hopefully, with our powers
combined, if we somehow come into millions of dollars, it will be
even thousands of dollars. We can get a food truck.
If I have enough money for a food truck in general.
We're going to stick Hank Williams in there, whether he likes it or not, and just make him do slave labor.
We're going to pay him minimum wage at most, but he's going to be cooking. We're going to be there listening to his stories.
We'll give him free whiskey, but you're getting paid minimum wage.
It's going to be the cheapest whiskey possible, right? $7.
He's not going to care.
You know,
he's not going to
Canadian whiskey.
He'll drink that shit straight,
but he'll enjoy it. He'll be happy with it.
4-finger pours, and that's when you're going to get the best food. Is after he's good and drunken.
Yeah, 100%. And we're going to be millionaires.
Yeah,
like. It'd be nuts.
It would be nuts because it is pos.
100%. Like with his cooking, 100%.
And with our talent,
exactly. You know, we'll be out there performing for people playing the Blink 182,
the same 3.5 songs we knew from back now. You know,
that's it.
That's it.
And even that, it's
and there's still after all this time,
accumulation of only
good.
half the song each. So realistically, it's 7 songs. We know half of it.
Right.
You know, like,
right.
But we'll have done this for 20 years. The same thing. We're still not good at those 3.5 songs.
But people still appreciate it. That's the thing. That's the biggest shout out to
entertainment.
Y'all. That's right.
You know? We're like clowns, man.
Right.
You know, we're just
right. But like
something to laugh at.
Right.
But
right.
We're trying our damnedest. We take ourselves seriously. But like they think we're clowns to a very, very small extent. But
that's fine. I'll be a clown, dude. Making somebody laugh somewhere.
We are trying. I hope some of these motherfuckers laughed at some point in this podcast.
I would hope that. If you didn't, you probably don't have a soul.
Get the fuck out of here. You don't belong here.
Fuck out of here. We'll get Paulie Gutierrez.
I don't even want you to sub.
He'll make you fucking... He'll swim with the fishes. You'd be gone.
If you didn't find any of this humorous, you don't belong here. I don't want your subscribe.
Honestly, I didn't find this that humorous. I think we're a bunch of lame-ass motherfuckers.
Get the fuck out of here.
See you later.
Peace. I'll continue this podcast.
I go home anyway. I'm about to go get some fucking... Oh, it's 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, dude.
3 o'clock in the morning. Fucking Wendy's ain't even open, dude. It's fucked up.
The McDonald's might be 24 hours.
McDonald's. But you ever seen the fucking pin? That's a whole podcast, and it's about the pink paste they make their fucking shits out of.
I mean, but does it taste bad though? That's the scary part.
But this is the thing. They're only. I'm gonna pull up, and they're only gonna have breakfast items at this hour of night or day.
I haven't eaten McDonald's in probably a year. And
I really try not to. Sometimes you have to.
Like I'll pull through for that sweet tea. I'll go to the drive-thru just for the sweet. Where are you finding better sweet tea?
You're not.
Like, honestly,
maybe the South.
It's if you're going.
I wonder if sweet tea in Southern McDonald's is better than ours.
It's not.
Our Yankee shit.
It's not. Surprisingly, I went down to Florida, and the sweet tea there is not. It's not as good either.
I would honestly say that Tennessee is more Southern than Florida. Though.
Yeah, probably. But
that's the patron state of shooting shit. I hear.
Like. I've had McDonald's sweet tea in Arkansas. I've had it in Georgia. I've had it in Florida. I've had it in Virginia even. And honestly, the problem is like down there they think they know better for you, and I swear they're mixing half sweet tea, half unsweetened because they're stupid. Like you need one.
Everybody's got the diabetes.
I know that's the problem.
They're trying to help curb the diabetes numbers.
But like I'm accepting of my diabetes. At this point,
it's a good thing they just
especially if it's for the sweet tea. Exactly, especially if it's for the sweet tea. Right. Like I don't care how much diabetes I get. Right. I'm gonna drink my sweet tea.
There's not enough diabetes that you could get to not want to drink the sweet McDonald's sweet tea.
There's no way. I could literally be dying of the diabetes in the hospital.
That's usually. I think that's where it comes from.
And I'll have
die of the beatus.
Yeah, and I'll have somebody still go to McDonald's and give me a fucking large sweet tea. That's how it's got to be. I'll go out that way. I don't care.
He's going to die doing what he loves most.
A McDonald's sweet tea.
99 cents, which at this time, because of Joe Biden inflation,
is $1.29.
$2.23 a sweet tea, plus tax.
Yeah. You know what's fucked up?
So
for a while, it was $1 for any fountain drink or any drink whatsoever. For any large, medium, small. Everything was $1, right?
Right.
Now they started fucking upcharging on the sweet tea, bro.
Damn, for what reason? That should be a cheaper thing. It's mostly what?
I know.
It's fucked up, McDonald's.
It's really fucked up, man.
What are you doing, dude?
Fix your shit, McDonald's.
Yeah, dude.
I know you're watching.
Yeah. Somebody working at McDonald's might be watching right now. Fix
your shit.
Yeah.
That's bullshit.
And what's with the stinginess with the sauces, dude? Yeah, I order fucking 40 chicken nuggets. I get 3.5 sauces, bro. It's not even the ones I ordered, dude. It's not even the ones I'm a Buffalo guy.
One sauce for every
fuck that Asian zing shit or whatever the fucking like that.
You get a 20-piece, they still only give you one.
It's fucked up,
dude. It's bullshit.
How are you supposed to make that sauce last? Dude?
You don't.
And then you got dry ass nugs. Like still, I would argue. And
14 just dry.
I would argue though that regardless, on just a pure nugget basis, that McDonald's has the best tasting nugs.
The best tasting nugs, but also
or the best texture. They're the crispiest.
But my problem is with the texture. It's literally just chicken paste, and you can tell.
It's chicken paste, but that motherfucker tastes delicious.
You go to the fucking Wendy's for the chicken nugs. They got real chicken or some shit, but it's actual chicken.
It's actual chicken. That's one of the things they advertise. Yeah, but if Wendy's wants to sponsor the podcast, that'd be great.
I'm not a big fan of Wendy's though. Other than that chicken nugs,
Frosties.
The Frosties
they
are
have
delicious.
Excellent fries. Sea salt with the fucking uncultured.
I like McDonald's fries.
You would.
But
you would. That's communism,
some good crinkle cut fries,
McDonald's is owned by China, bro.
Dude, it's fucked up. Dude. But and their burgers are dry, bro.
Who?
Wendy's.
I'd be getting their chicken shit only, basically.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
Burger King, I don't know if is even in this top.
No, Burger King is trash. Fuck, I I won't go to a Burger King. I'll go hungry before I go to a Burger King.
Like their chicken parmesan, Sam.
I
forgot about it, huh?
When I was like 12 years old, I watched them take all of the burgers and shit, onion rings, fries that we ordered, and throw it in the fucking microwave to heat it up.
You gotta heat it up. It was cold and shit.
I ain't going to no Burger King.
I used to play Pokemon card matches, trading card matches at the Burger King. They used to have them like once a month or some shit at the Burger King, the local Burger King. You used to go, you could trade, you could battle, do all types of shit. And I used to be going to the Burger King. And then that was at the same time they were promoting the movies. You get the fucking Burger King meals with the Pokemon toys and shit. And that was...
So the only times I'd ever go to a Burger King was like me and my friends would be chilling and everything. We don't want to sit outside. It's fucking middle of winter or something. We'll fucking go and we'll buy drinks or something, and we'll just go stealing. We'll be chilling in the fucking play place for like hours, just doing reckless shit constantly. For no climbing on the outside of the shit, like you want, like it was cool. It was
that
fun.
Inside the statute of limitations, breaking the laws at the Burger King play
technically
place?
Their rules aren't law. They never told
Well,
us.
that's funny. That's funny. That's funny that you say that.
Yeah.
When it comes down to the diaper that people wear on their faces.
Yeah.
And the injections that they are forced to consume, and all the mandates and laws and rigmarole and bureaucratic bullshit and everything else, all the tyranny, the infringement on people's rights, just so you can go to work to slave away more for the system. I don't know. What do you think about that? It's weird, right?
Yeah, a little strange.
It's weird. I don't know.
A little bit.
Either way, we love you guys. We'll catch you next time on the next episode of the Shooting the Poop podcast. Make sure you check out Tactical Scales on Instagram. He's also here in the comment section. He's also here on the Terribly Tactical channel every Sunday night, 8:30 Central Standard Time-ish. Although this week, we don't know yet for sure, but this week we might do the live chat on Sunday on this channel. Just to help cross-promote, whatever it may be. I may or may not, if you see a video from me, which stay tuned, tomorrow, that's what we're doing. We're going to figure it out. But either way, we appreciate you guys being here. Leave it in the comment section below if you've made it this far. Make sure you check out the description box. The first 3, fight for your rights. Super important. The most important, probably, at the end of the day. And that's really why we're here. We don't care what you believe in. We want you to believe in something, and we want you to fight for that and have the right to fight for that, whether you're right or wrong. Because we're not always right. We're not always wrong. Neither are you, whatever. But it's about finding that path and being able to be free enough to do so, okay? If you are just being told what your options are, you could have this or this, but those two things are the same side of one coin or different sides of the same coin, kind of like Republican and Democrat, okay? Think about that. You don't really, you have the illusion of choice, but you don't really have choice. We want people to really think freely and find those real choices, because there is a reality to that, and you can make your own decisions, and we encourage people to do so. But either way, we love you guys. Thank you for being here, and we'll catch you on the next time. What? We got at least 5.7 to 6.4 female viewership.
It's all Barb.
We do appreciate you, Barb. Shout out Barb.
She's awesome.
Shout out Barb Hayes.
I ain't never met you yet.
One of these days.
Sooner.